Hey everybody, we're back again for another week of chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. I'm CMM,
Uh,
this is Evan.
bro.
Hello Drew. Hello Sarge.
Sarge. Hey, it's Drew K. Brown.
Hey Jaded. We've
Hey,
got a
Jaded.
we've got a bunch of stuff going on today. Before we get into any of that, we do have a giveaway. Since it's Railbreak Switch launch day, we are going to be giving away a copy of Railbreak on the platform of your choice, including Nintendo Switch. Um,
That's generous.
I know. And it's live now. So you can type exclamation point ticket to enter. You just have to be following us and be here when we draw, which will be at the end of the stream. This one will be a slightly longer one. We're not going to midnight, but
No.
we do have a lot of things to cover. So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be starting with Railbreak for Switch. We're gonna be showing some new Outbreak Shades of Horror gameplay, and then we'll probably end with some more Resident Evil 2 remake shenanigans.
Hype.
So yeah, what else we got going on? I can't remember anymore. It's been a
Who
week.
knows? Crazy, crazy stuff to show in Shades of Horror, though.
Yeah,
That game is becoming a video game. I'll
it
tell
is a
you,
video game.
it is truly a video game. But first, we're going to talk about the Switch, the Railbreak switching.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of us longtime listeners, first time callers, you should be aware that this was never a plan for Railbreak to be on the Nintendo Switch. When we talked about this around the final months leading up to the initial Railbreak release on the next gen consoles, um, it was always kind of like a joke that, oh, it'd be great if one day we could find a way to get it to work on the Switch, but how would we ever do that? Because it's cutting edge Unreal Engine 5. And fortunately, we kind of, it was like a step ladder, not down to the Switch, but down to being able to support the technical profile for it, as we just kind of kept optimizing Railbreak and optimizing Railbreak and optimizing Railbreak, because we wanted it to be a locked 60 FPS on consoles, on the next gen consoles, which it very much is right now. And then as we optimized, we learned more about Unreal Engine, and then we were like, okay, well, we think we can probably get this running on PS4, but not Switch. And then from PS4, it kind of opened the door down to Switch, and we found, through months and months of work, we found a way to get this thing running at what I deemed was a pretty good state, that it would be a great Switch experience, and it is. You trade obviously the crazy next gen graphics. The game still looks really good for a Switch title, but obviously it doesn't have the bells and whistles like path or like ray tracing that the PS5 version has, as an example. But the Switch version is really cool because it does support touchscreen, just like our upcoming iOS release as well. But Switch, out of all the versions of Railbreak, Switch right now has the biggest feature set of any port of Railbreak, including iOS, and I will tell you why. Switch fully supports touchscreen play, one finger or two finger dual wielding, which obviously we can't show off on the stream here because I'm docked, and I have no way to really show it off on the handheld mode where the touchscreen where you can use it is. But it does support either Pro controller, the Joy Cons, or touchscreen one or two fingers for dual wielding, but you can still play two player as well. You can play have a second person using Joy Cons, the Switch Pro controller, and even in two player mode, first player can use the touchscreen if you guys wanted to do something crazy like this. First player can use the touchscreen. Player two can use Joy Cons or the Pro controller. So that's kind of why it's noteworthy and interesting. Is it definitely has the most ways to play out of any version of the title that's out there. Um, and obviously the iOS version doesn't keep the two player support because it's local two player, right? So it wouldn't work on a phone really that well. So this is why Switch is noteworthy, because you still have two player support. So it's everything.
You cannot use the Pokeball controller. I'm afraid we do not
Why not?
support the Pokeball Pro.
Well, what does the Pokeball Pro actually get detected as in the back end? Is it
It,
just think it's a
it,
Pro
it,
controller?
well, it's pretty much just a joystick. It's just an analog stick and one button. So,
Is that button right trigger?
no.
Because if it is, oh,
Well, even if it were, you wouldn't be able to reload or switch your weapon or do grenades or, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, but you can't do that stuff on the Guitar Hero controller either. And it's
That's
still
true,
functioning.
but we don't support the Guitar Hero controller either, so
That's true.
those
That
two share
sucks.
something in common.
Um, so yeah, I do like the question about the Pokeball controller. I will look into that in the future if that's ever an opportunity for us to do. But yeah, so interesting because I know people like the Hills Jaded and folks who I know are in chat always want to know the stories of this. So, um, to start playing Railbreak on Switch, I pick up the DualSense controller.
Yeah,
Um,
great start.
so that's really just really that I have a command over what I'm doing here. Where the hell is the? Here it is. So all the controllers are black. So
Yeah.
let's head on
I'm
over to the
getting
old
tired
main
of
menu.
cleaning up this mess.
Hey, we got the Corinne opening. Um, so yeah, so let's talk about the technical stuff here. I like that we got the zombie in his underwear dancing on the side too, which is nice.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
I'm gonna lower the volume just a Chad
Yeah,
here.
that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, just a Chad.
A Chad.
Oh. Take it down to 40, I think. Um, so, this is running on all versions of Railbreak are running on Unreal Engine 5.3.1. This is no different. And just to answer the first question out there, will Railbreak jump to Unreal Engine 5.4 because it had a lot of juicy performance upgrades? The answer is sadly no. And the reason
No.
for that, yeah, no. But there is a reason for that. So Railbreak is in production on like 9 platforms right now. We've got Steam, PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox, EGS, iOS, but it's both iPhone and iPad.
Yeah.
And what am I missing?
I don't know. I kind of forgot what we already said, but yeah, a lot of platforms.
So it's like 8 or 9 platforms right now, and unfortunately, I'm a highly an experienced and highly competent software engineer. So typically, what you don't want to do is take something that's out in production and do a major engine upgrade unless there's a damn good reason to do it. Because Railbreak is rock fucking solid everywhere you can get it right now. So it's simply not worth the risk. We actually just upgraded Shades of Horror to Unreal Engine 5.4, which is a game that is not out in production right now, so it's easier to do that. And the upgrade, although was not like the worst experience of my life, it was hard enough, and some things broke that would concern me in Railbreak.
A lot of things broke.
A lot of things broke, so I don't.
It's not a
I do
simple
not.
upgrade button, unfortunately.
Yeah, I do not think it is wise for us to play with fire there, nor do we have the bandwidth or the development pipeline right now to do it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be staying on 5.3.1 for Railbreak probably for forever. Honestly, it's probably where we'll land in life. One of the big differences is that this version and the iOS Railbreak Pocket Edition, which is not the next gen iOS release. We have 2 versions of Railbreak coming to iOS: Railbreak and Railbreak Pocket Edition. Pocket Edition and Switch run off the mobile renderer in Unreal Engine 5 instead of the desktop renderer. So what that changes is that you basically get a nice performance upgrade, but graphics across the board, take a hit on post-processing and all the cool bells and whistles, but it's worth it for the performance, which we desperately needed here for the Switch. It also uses dramatically less memory at runtime versus the desktop renderer. So that was the other decision there. So this is also a noteworthy release in that this is actually running off the mobile renderer, just like Railbreak Pocket Edition will, but these are coming out in July. Railbreak non-Pocket Edition on iOS is running on the full desktop renderer with all the bells and whistles on for the iPhone 15 crowd. So
Yeah.
that's cool shit. So that's where we're at technically. This version also is noteworthy because it has a couple extra things in the options menu to help out folks on Switch. You have a graphics quality slider here. I think it goes from 100 down to something like 40 or 45%. Essentially, what you can do is you can worsen the back-end resolution, so make the game a little bit blurrier, to get better performance out of it. I think it runs fine at 100% for the most part, but it's there if somebody wants to use it. And we still have most of the game settings here, including toggling for vibration, crosshair colors, enemy blood color, bounding box things. So most of the it's noteworthy because a lot of this stuff is not present in the iOS versions that are coming out next month, but at least Switch does keep a lot of these options and sensitivity and stuff for folks.
Hey,
Um,
Evan, real
yeah,
quick, can you do me a favor?
yeah,
Can you go to the home menu real quick? Leave Railbreak open,
okay,
and then press the start button.
okay.
Okay. So
No, go ahead.
that is the current version of Railbreak. Okay. Sorry, I played through Railbreak last night and I must have missed one of the options in the options menu because I was like, "Wait, what?" So yes, that is the correct version of Railbreak. Okay, never mind. Continue.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, for anybody watching this who buys this, you should be on 1.0.1. It should. I'm not going to go into why this is a true statement, but it should be legitimately impossible for anyone to not be on 1.0.1, and that's as
Yeah.
far as I'm going down that road. But there should be no case where you're not on this version right now,
Yeah.
because I do not think you can. I don't think another version can be served to you.
Yeah. That is
Hey, we can see
correct.
my home screen though while we're here. Look
Hey,
at
look
this.
at
Look at these
that.
great games we play. We got the VN. We
We,
got Dino Break. Wow, contagious
yeah.
memories.
Yeah. Wow, look at you.
Right.
It's funny seeing
Who's
Lydia right next
getting
to Mario.
itchy? Let's
We finally made it.
Also, just a note for Evan and for everyone here. It is starting to storm here, so if we suddenly
Yeah.
disappear, it's because my power went out. So
Yep.
we're gonna hope
Ours
it doesn't.
yeah, but we've got some storms rolling through here. I
Yeah.
actually had to take in the inflatable pool for the kids because it sounded
Oh.
like it was getting pretty bad tonight. So I had to drain the inflatable pool and take it in.
Hey, Dr. Carlos, welcome.
Hey, Dr. Carlos.
And hello, BX Latino Heat.
All right, so let's I definitely want to get my
Oh.
crosshair over to green purple because it's my favorite colors.
Slow Smokes, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
I need to figure out what's going on with these sound alerts because I hear them, but they don't seem to play through OBS. I'm not sure what's going on there. I might just have to refresh the widget.
Other things worth noting here is obviously the full cast is here, including Corinne. So
Yes.
this is. I did get some people ask me this. This version of Railbreak is running on the latest version of Railbreak that you can be running on right now. This is actually a version that is ahead of the current Steam and other console releases. We will eventually push patches out, but this one has some cleanups and some bug fixes that even those versions don't have. So that is somewhat noteworthy. But all of your favorite characters are here, including Corinne. So.
Slow Smokes and anyone who is just joining us, we do have a giveaway going on. If you type !ticket in the chat, you are entered in for a chance to win a copy of Railbreak on the platform of your choice, including Nintendo Switch. We'll be drawing it at the end of the stream. You just need to be following us, and you just need to be here when we draw, and you also need to not be a robot or a, what do you call it, a alt account, because if you are, when you win, you lose.
True. Some other cool stuff to point out because this is running a newer version of Railbreak than any other platform right now. The arcade got a redesign. So if you look around the arcade, you'll see that in the back left, the Dino Break machine got new art. On the right, Dino Break's now up front and center on the right. Behind that is the original Outbreak 2D machine with some of the chibi anime art on it for the 2D version. The dinosaurs that appeared in other parts of Railbreak earlier this year have now been moved over to figurine status, so they're sitting on the right side there on top of the little tube TV sitting next to the arcade machine. And you will notice that they are animated, so they are growling a little bit over there. All of your favorite Railbreak characters also make an appearance on the screen here. It's kind of hard to see. I'm trying to find a screen that shows them as best as possible. Settings is probably it, but you'll see all of your favorite friends there, like Mr. Onigiri is sitting over there dancing on the right. You'll see Blockhead is up on top of the Dino Break machine. Top middle on top of the main Railbreak machine is a T-Rex up there looking over and growling. And the arcade also got a lot messier too as it went on. So there's a lot more trash and stuff around there. The art in the background, you will be able to see more in the iOS versions because they have a wider aspect ratio. But all the art in the background got upgraded. There's new art in the back. There is some hidden art if you really look around the arcade of upcoming projects that we haven't revealed yet. So I do want to at least tease that there is some hints in there. But but I think you'll have a lot of trouble finding them and seeing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's jump in and we'll do last shot bar and story and just kind of talk about what's going on here.
I think I need to change that command in chat, Evan.
What command?
The anime command. All it says, well, the anime command. All it says is it's pronounced anime, but it doesn't give any guidance as to how you actually say the word.
That's how we do it.
I feel like we could do that.
So one of the first things you'll notice in this version is the post-processing effects are off on the HUD. You'll see the VHS isn't like doing the wavy screen effect. That's the cost of the mobile renderer. Is we're going to lose a lot of the post-processing effect. But you know it'll still look pretty good. The other thing worth pointing out here is the load times are pretty effing good for how weak the CPU is on the Switch.
Yeah.
That load time in the last shot bar, that was probably about 5 seconds. I don't even think Dino Break loads that fast for a room load on this thing.
Hi, Apophis. Welcome.
Hey, Apophis. So load times pretty damn good is what I'll classify them as. The target frame rate at 100% graphics quality is 30 FPS. You're gonna hit it sometimes, but at 100%, you're also gonna get some frame rate drops if you want the graphics to keep up. I found that Act 5 is kind of the roughest act, performance-wise. It's still perfectly playable, but you're gonna notice the frame drops there. The one thing, and I can't really explain why this is. I've looked into this extensively. The game runs better in handheld mode, and obviously the Switch handheld. This is public information. Runs at 720p as the max screen resolution. Docked 1080p. As far as I know, I have everything set to 720p, both docked and not docked. But in my honest opinion, I feel like handheld still just runs better. And then with the touch support on the handheld, it's really really responsive.
Yeah.
But you can see here, this is running at close to 30 frames per second right now. Everything's in the game here. Dismemberment's in. It's all here. We're playing on assisted just so I can talk and not have to look. All the voice acting's here. The audio is. Image qualities for the Switch, pretty fucking good. Look at the floor. Look at the models too.
Those fuckers ever heard of mise en place?
So pretty damn good.
Yeah, I played through the Switch version last night from beginning to end, and it's pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you do it handheld? Or,
I did. Well, I do. So I was playing it in handheld. I mostly did touchscreen shooting, but I used the buttons for like reloading and weapon switching, which you can do, and it works perfectly.
Good time.
But look at this here. We're running about 30 FPS. I know that the stream kind of fucks it up sometimes. Our stream seems to run at a lower frame rate, but what I'm seeing locally right here docked is about 30 FPS. Pretty much locked right now.
Yeah.
All the dismemberments here. Obviously some of the blood effects, the static blood and stuff on the ground isn't there anymore, but you can still shoot the corpses apart. Props to Unreal Engine, as much as I know we love hating on Unity, because Unity's a fucking piece of shit, and fuck you, Unity. But the mobile renderer in Unreal Engine 5, pretty good here. We have fog going here that looks pretty decent.
Yeah.
You can see the fire effects were obviously changed. The explosion effects were changed. Less dismemberment, obviously, on an explosion, but we still have the physics working.
Shockingly, these streets look better than that kitchen.
Just the one thing that I want to keep hammering home here is image quality and texture resolution, pretty damn good.
Yeah. It looks like Railbreak.
It does. It's not like some sort of blurry mess. You can even see the specular maps here, even on the mobile renderer on that car. We're still looking pretty good. But this to me right now feels like about 30 FPS right now. And I tried to find where we had shaders that wouldn't compile on the mobile renderer. I tried to find similar effects that look, you know, as decent. And I feel like we got it pretty good. The other thing that's worth noting here too is obviously you can change the back buffer resolution to that graphics setting. But the UI is always rendered at native resolution, the entire UI across the game. So even if you do lower the back buffer resolution, which affects 3D graphics, the UI will always be super crisp and clear. I believe dock the UI is coming out at 1080p. Handheld the UI will always be 720p. That's something that was actually really hard to do in Unity in the 3D scenes. But Unreal Engine made it really easy to do, and just kudos to Unreal Engine. So chat, please ask questions about this port, because this is kind of my impossible port. I still can't believe we did this.
Hi, M317.
M317.
And this is available right now.
Everywhere.
Yep,
On
right
Nintendo
now.
Switch. There is a 20% launch discount through July 4th. So if you would like to grab it on Nintendo Switch, if you buy it early, you will save a little bit.
Yep. I'm very proud of this port. I'm very, very happy with this.
Yeah, it's very much it's very much our kind of take on House of the Dead meets whatever crazy stuff goes through Evan's head.
Yeah. I will also say, just because I love beating on the House of the Dead remake, because it's a piece of shit. If you have the choice of buying this or the House of the Dead remake, buy this. It runs better, it looks better, it's a better game. Yeah, I'm still upset that they destroyed one of my favorite games of all time with that remake. You can even see decals are still in the models too when you shoot them. There's a very limited amount because memory, but you get 4 or 5 bullet holes in an enemy before they cycle GoldenEye style.
Jaded asks, what LOD are the characters running at?
The entire game is locked to LOD 1. So for anybody, I know Jaded knows what that means, but for anybody else, LOD stands for level of detail. When you make a 3D game and you play 3D games, the further something away is, the harder it is to see, right? Just like in real life. So the idea is that for things that are further off in the background, that's not like right in your face, well, you can make them look a little bit worse. You can lower the quality of the models, lower the quality of the effects and stuff, and the player doesn't really notice, right? Because it's far away, and they're focused on what's in front of them. So when Hills asks what is the LOD running at, we are locked to a minimum LOD of 1 in this game and a max LOD of 2. And what that means is that I didn't really have to sacrifice the model quality of models and meshes and stuff in the game to get it running like this too badly. And it's part of the reason why the game looks good. Look at these look at like those cones and stuff. They're still very detailed. Even the models are still very detailed, right? They're not like the models aren't just like blocks held together by limbs or anything like that, like you'd see in like an N64 game. They still have most of their detail, because their level of detail is pretty high.
Graham has a question. I'm going to take this one.
Not paid to climb.
If the Switch
I'm paid
2
to
ends
pump
up
these
being
fuckers
backwards
full of
compatible with Switch 1 as rumored, would you go back and add any upgrades for graphics / performance on it? I can say right now, we're not really talking about anything in terms of the Switch successor.
Oh, come on.
I think
I'd
everybody
take on
here
3
has about
zombies
as
and my
much information on it as we
Just
do.
don't give me any more heights.
We have always said that we do like being able to put our games on any platform that supports them. So, if there was an opportunity or a reason to release a Switch 2 version of Railbreak, or have something going on like that, obviously that's something that we'd be interested in and taking a look at. But I can't really comment on anything
This
else
tower is brought to you by
besides that.
headquartered in Cypress Ridge.
I just want to say that I agree with CMM's answer there, and I have nothing to add to that. That's a good answer.
Apophis, would you say Railbreak is the best of the Dead Drop Studios games on Switch?
I think that's a hard one to answer because Dino Break has an amazing Switch port, all things considered. What I would like to say is our three best games. We actually have a lot of good games on Switch, but they're each a very different game. So I do want to answer this. Of our next gen catalog, I think is what you would kind of call the age of Unreal Engine 5 for us.
Mm-hmm.
Railbreak is obviously our most detailed and our most technically proficient title that we've ever released on Switch, in the sense that there's so much more happening in Railbreak than like in any other title we've ever made at any given time. So the fact that we just played through, I think, that entire act, I don't think that it dropped below 30 FPS the entire time and looked that good. This is a fantastic port for everything that's happening in Railbreak in terms of the physics, the graphics, and everything else. Dino Break, though, is a very, very good Switch port. Dino Break runs at 720p. For Unity, that's a great accomplishment. Dino Break's 30 FPS on Switch. Dino Break is a very, very intricate game with a lot going on in terms of gameplay mechanics, and it's a very fully featured game. And Dino Break's an awesome Switch port. So of our kind of like retro 3D titles, Dino Break definitely is the leader there with Contagious Memories right behind it. And then obviously Outbreak 2D is fantastic on the Switch. I mean, like obviously that seems pretty obvious, right? That it would be. But of our very early Switch titles, Outbreak 2D is fantastic. I'm trying to crash the game here if anybody's curious why I just did this the way that I did it. I'm interested to see if the game crashes.
I would also like to add that the VN on Switch is obviously at full parity.
Yeah, yes, the VN is full parity. Honestly, the VN is probably the best Switch game we've ever done because the VN is basically runs flawlessly, and the image quality is the image is in the VN are stupid high quality, like stupid high quality. They're like I always forget the resolution, man, but it's like 6,000 by 6,000.
Yeah, it's something insane. Yeah.
and they're really not downsized at all on Switch that much.
Everywhere.
So the VN is also great. So I mean, we've got 4 really like really amazing first-class Switch titles. And then you go back to things like Nightmare Chronicles, which is another great Switch title, because Nightmare Chronicles is one of our Unity games where we didn't sacrifice the graphics at all. Everything's on in Nightmare Chronicles, including the real-time shadows, max texture resolution, all the post-processing effects Nightmare Chronicles are on. That's another freaking awesome Switch game. And then you get back to things like New Nightmare, Epidemic, and Lost Hope. They're pretty good Switch titles. Look at the bloom in this scene. I still got the bloom pretty good here. They're great for what they are on Switch titles, but obviously something like Lost Hope and Epidemic, you know, they were just they were very ambitious for what was happening in those titles very early in our career, and I'm glad that they're fully featured there on Switch, including Co-op and Epidemic. But probably they would be closer to the bottom on my list here. Look at how well this is running. Look at this.
We do have an ad starting soon, so we'll probably have a moment for subscriber content. Which I know Evan has a special story.
Oh yeah, let's do that because I can't eat anything because my diabetes is making me sick right now, so I don't want to eat anything right now. I might also be drinking expired soda. I'm not sure. So tell me something when we're in subscriber-only content. I know we were still ready to do Act 1, but now I want to do this because Act 2 looks really, really good. And I love to see how well this is running right now. Because there's a lot happening in Act 2. But seriously, if you've not played the VN, or Railbreak, or Dino Break, or Outbreak 2D on Switch, those are must-have Switch titles that we've done. Go get them, and then get Nightmare Chronicles after all that.
The ad is officially in progress.
Okay, so... I don't play a lot of the Nintendo Switch because I have terrible eyesight, so I don't get to play a lot of handheld. When I play it, I'm mostly docked. But I got a Nitro deck, which is basically this dock thing that you can put your Switch in handheld, and it makes the controllers, like it's got big controls on it and stuff. It actually feels really, really great to hold. And I've had my Switch OLED in this Nitro deck thing now for months while I've been testing Railbreak and all of our other Switch titles. But I had to dock to be able to do the stream, and I had to take it out of the Nitro deck. And I looked up a guide because I couldn't figure out how to get this thing out of the Nitro deck because it locks in. And I pulled the release and it wouldn't come out. And they're like, oh yeah, you just take a coin and you pull the release and you put the coin at the bottom of this one area here to create a fulcrum to kind of pry it up. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get in too much trouble doing that. And I went and did it on my OLED Switch, my retail model OLED. I put the coin in to eject it. The coin slips. I wrecked my Switch screen getting it out of the Nitro deck and jammed and drove a coin across the entire Switch screen. It's like ruined.
It's so painful.
So Nitro deck, you are our unpaid sponsor of the day, and I'm not happy with you right now because that was a really stupid design oversight. There should just be something to pull to eject the fucking thing. Anyway, just a note here because I'm still playing this. We're at the fetch boss fight. This is running at 60 FPS right now. Look at this.
Hello, A Gaming. Apophis, thank you for the resub.
I always love the fetch. Look how detailed he is. And there's his head. I
And
love
there's
his head
his head.
falls off. I love his head just falls off. I put a lot of work into what happens to enemies' heads during certain times in this game, and I hope folks appreciated it. Because if you have the explosive shotgun and you get a direct shot on a normal infected in this game, and you get the explosion to happen, because it's random if it happens or not on the shotgun, their head, I have it coded, their head shoots up
Dude,
in
it
the air.
jettisons off of them. It's really funny.
It's fucking incredible. And I'm like, I was like, when I did that and I got it working, I was just sitting there like clapping like a lunatic.
We're almost at the
It was really important to me. Look how good this looks though. Look at the detail in this. 30 FPS.
So the Nitro deck is sort of like a it has built-in controls, it has some enhancements. It's good for using when playing your Switch in a handheld mode, and the coin was part of the release mechanism for that. So, oopsie. Now that's I believe that's the original Nitro deck. So the new one may not be like that.
Look, there's a
So yeah, so I wrecked a $350 handheld screen for this stream, guys, to get the thing
Hell
out of the
yeah.
dock to plug it into this thing. So you're all welcome. And if anybody would like to tip me $350 in the fucking chat right now, that'd be really fucking appreciated. Or go out and buy 20 copies of Railbreak.
The Railbreak looks nice on the OLED screen, by the way.
Yeah, it did. It did.
It did.
Yeah. There was a time where it looked nice in my home too. Thanks, Nitro Deck.
M317, do they really? I've never been to an Aldi or used a shopping cart at an Aldi at least, so I didn't know.
What? You're talking about Aldi's? I fucking love Aldi's.
Well, M317 saying the shopping carts at Aldi use a coin for the release.
Real talk, gang, if you are living in the United States, you need to be doing your food shopping at Aldi's. You will not find better prices. I'm getting 12 eggs at Aldi's right now for like $1.79. I'm getting a pack of deli provolone at Aldi's for like $1.80 for a pack of provolone. If you are in the United States and you are near an Aldi's and you are not using an Aldi's, you are legitimately a fucking moron. Because you're not going to beat their prices. Costco can't beat their prices. Sam's Club can't beat it. Don't go to fucking Stop and Shop. They charge $20 for a loaf of bread. Aldi's bread is like $1.19 a loaf for white bread.
Grab, that's what I'm thinking.
Aldi's breakfast sausages. I'm talking 12 breakfast sausages are like $1.70 at Aldi's. My God, you can have a breakfast of your entire life there. For like $7.
Of course, they're in here too.
Graham says sounds like Aldi's is today's sponsor. I think I might agree.
Yeah, as much as I'm fucking mad at Nitro Deck right now, and Nitro Deck, you owe me a fucking Nintendo Switch the next time I see you. Aldi's is a company that I legitimately like, and in the age of groceries costing $10 billion fucking dollars, I appreciate you, Aldi's. I appreciate you've always got my back. I appreciate that I can get a pack of tortellini. Now this is dried tortellini. A pack of it to make an entire pot, and it's got cheese and some meat inside of that tortellini. That's $1.60 at Aldi's.
Damn.
So like I gotta tell you, I assume the person who owns Aldi's is named John Aldi's. John Aldi, you were running a hell of a store there. Stu Leonard's, you have a lot to learn from him. I know Stu unfortunately passed away, but yeah. Stu Leonard's sausage being $14 fucking there. When I can get my breakfast sausage at Aldi's for $1.70, you got some work to do, Stu.
I hear him every day on the radio.
I know. I can't believe he's gone. I love him.
So he has a son. So is the son is still alive?
I hope so.
I don't actually know. I don't know who's running the place now.
His son's got to be doing it.
It's gotta be.
Now, Stu Leonard's, I will say you are the premier place that I can go and buy milk and pet a cow. So I do appreciate that. So like all these, I want more livestock in all these stores. That's what I'm looking for.
That's the only thing we need, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing we need.
This needs to be the Aldi's petting zoo.
You got the pricing not bad. You go to fucking Aldi's. Let's say that you need a pack of Clancy's cheese curls at Aldi's. big ass bag of Clancy cheese curls at Aldi's. That's like $1.90. Everything in that store is like under $2. God, I love it.
Hi, Blazed Out Gaming.
Oh, Aldi's 6 Angus hamburgers, and I'm talking Angus beef. A 6-pack at Aldi's. It's like $7. Everybody in my family had Angus hamburger or had Angus cheeseburgers tonight for dinner because of Aldi's, and I didn't break the bank doing it.
Thank you, Metal Wolf, for the sub. 17 months in a row. Thank you so
Damn,
much.
he's a legend.
Aldi is a German company.
It is. So the fun story with Aldi's is in the U.S. it is a super bargain supermarket. In Europe, in Germany and stuff, it is a high-end supermarket. Which I love. I love that dichotomy.
Yeah, Blazed Out Gaming thinks I need to take you down a peg for slandering Stu Leonard's.
Look, I love Stu Leonard's. The food's great. I'm not paying $14 for a fucking pack of sausage. The last time I shopped at Stu Leonard's, the bill was like $300, and like me and Julia came out of there with like 2 bags of food. Like, whereas like Aldi's, you go into fucking Aldi's and you drop $70, you can't fit that food in your car. And it's good. It's not even shit. It's good food. They do organic stuff, dirt cheap. Their organic bananas are a little pricey, I will say. But oh, fruit. You cannot beat Aldi's for fruit. Pack of strawberries. I'm talking a 16-ounce pack of strawberries, $2.39 at Aldi's. Go look at Costco or anywhere else.
So if you like this kind of conversation, please consider subbing, because this is typically subscriber content. This is the kind of insanity that happens.
Zone?
We're this is our teaser for the subscription zone. Metal Wolf tried a new burger place today. 2 burgers and a thing of fries was $35.
That's fucking mind blowing. But you go to fucking Aldi's, you're getting 6 Angus. Okay, so like
Ooh,
Aldi's,
fast food too. Damn.
$7 for the burgers. You get brioche rolls, $3 for 6 brioche rolls. You get some lettuce and tomato. That's like $2 at Aldi's on that stuff. You get yourself 5 bags of French fries for like $1.50 each. You are just swimming in fries and having a meal for like 40% of what you paid for that fast food, and you have enough to feed like 7 different families. You could just be walking down the street just giving burgers to people from Aldi's.
You could be the Burger King, who is also the Sneak King, giving
That's right.
burgers out to people.
Yes!
What
right now?
What Metal Wolf, what was the name of the burger place? Unless it's like, you know, something that will like dox you. Also, did we want to show some Onslaught or something else as well?
I got into this game. I've literally been playing this game for like a year every day, and I'm still just enjoying sitting here playing it. Good Onslaught.
Yeah.
I don't know, CMM, if you're intentionally having me do this because there's an interesting story here on the Switch with the Onslaught map.
No, actually, but sure.
All right.
Normal.
That's just a happy coincidence.
For folks who do not have play this game without Lumen, this will be in the next patch for everybody. The hospital map did not do great when Lumen was off, lighting-wise. I didn't have the lighting configured properly. And when I loaded this up on the Switch for the first time, I realized I had to fucking fix this. So this map actually got a little bit of a lighting upgrade on the Switch. That it looks this good and still as moody without Lumen being on. But look how good this looks!
Health pickup.
Handgun. We got Serena's Desert Eagle!
Ayo.
Yeah, baby! Oh, they're fucked now. So are the civilians. The civilians are really fucked.
Everybody's doomed now.
Now they're gonna get it.
Boardwalk. Dang, that's pricey. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's $35 for burger and fries.
Went to what was it? Yeah, so do you know where Archie Moore's is in Milford?
No.
Okay, well there's an Archie Moore's, and then next door is this other place. It's another burger place. I think it's called, I want to say it's like Flippin' Burger or something like that. It was pretty decent. It wasn't too bad price-wise, and the lady there was very nice, the waitress. And it was not $35 for 2 burgers and fries.
There's a place down here that I want to take you to, CMM, whenever we actually do manage to have a meetup. It's I can never think of the name of it. It's like the Frying Dutchman or something. It's this seafood place, but they have incredible burgers and apps and stuff.
Ooh.
And I think we were planning to take you there when we were trying to get that get together going
Yeah.
last fall or something. But I never remember the name of it, so I just call it like the Flying Dutchman.
I hope it's called the Frying Dutchman. That would be so cool.
Yeah, the Frying Dutchman is what I mean.
Yeah.
Great food there. I really enjoy it.
I've never been to Culver's. Yeah, never had
I haven't
Culver's.
God, the Desert Eagle's so fucking
I do
good.
happen to think that, granted, I've only had it once, but I was very not impressed by White Castle.
No, I've had it once in my life. I hated it. It tastes like shit.
We had it at, I think it was last SGDQ. We were like, we're hungry. There's a White Castle nearby. We're just gonna order a bunch of shit. And yeah, that was like the middest fucking mid.
I'm gonna tell you how little I think of White Castle with this analogy. If you said to me, I'm gonna give you two options here. Do you want to go to White Castle or Arby's? We're going to fucking Arby's.
Honestly, like McDonald's is better than fucking White Castle.
Yeah. I actually, yeah. If you said White Castle or McDonald's, I'd be like, we're going to McDonald's, please.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I fucking hate McDonald's.
I don't mind it, but
It's
White Castle is like, ugh. And Arby's upsets me because the first time I went there, it was fine. The second time, I made the unfortunate mistake of not asking them to hold the mayo, and that just ruined my entire life. Because that thing was like 90% mayo, 10% burger.
Ew. That doesn't sound good.
No, and mayo is my enemy, so
I can do like a little bit of mayo for like dipping fries, but I would not want it on a fucking hamburger.
I can't do mayo at all. It
Yeah.
grosses me out, but I'm also bad at food. Metal Wolf says they'd rather eat bird crap than McDonald's. That's a pretty bold claim.
Yeah, I like. Julie and I kind of have a good way of talking about it. We're like, the way that we say it is like every 2 years we're like, we haven't had McDonald's in a while. I'm kind of craving McDonald's, and then at the end of the meal we're like, yeah, we don't need to have McDonald's now for another 2 years.
Yeah. I had McDonald's today, actually, because we were streaming, and I was like, fuck it. And it definitely tasted better than whatever bird crap tastes like.
Yeah.
And God knows when we had our bird, that bird shit a lot. But I respect your opinion. Puffus says, Culver's sells a kid's meal to anyone, which includes the same size burger as the rest of the menu, small fries, small drink, scoop of frozen custard, and a ticket that can be saved until you have 10 to get a free kid's meal, all that for less than $7.
Okay,
Damn.
that's pretty good.
Okay, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Still not all these, but it's pretty good.
Presuming that it doesn't taste like cardboard, that's pretty good.
Well, I gotta tell you, I just played Railbreak Switch for about an hour. I'm very pleased with this
I
game.
was gonna say, yeah, we've been talking about burgers and Stu Leonard's and Aldi's and McDonald's and bird shit, and we've been playing a bunch of Railbreak on Nintendo Switch, which again, Nintendo Switch, you can enjoy it docked like we are here. You can enjoy it in handheld. If you're playing it in handheld, you also have touchscreen support and dual wielding if you so choose to use it. Play the whole game in co-op if you like. Has all the content of the other versions of Railbreak, including the Time Crisis update that adds Corrin and the Time Crisis game type to the game. Runs at a pretty solid 30 FPS. You have some graphical toggles that you can lower the graphics a bit if you'd like more consistent performance as well. It has all the unlockable characters, all the weird-ass weapons, all the levels, all 6 modes.
2-player mode too.
2-player mode, and we even have dual wielding for you. Multi-touch dual wielding, which is cool.
How to play.
I'm pretty happy with this. I gotta tell you, I'm over the moon with this port. This turned out great, and this is a fantastic entry.
Thanks for coming in, Metal Wolf.
Yeah, good seeing you. All right, we're gonna switch over to Shades of Horror. I gotta switch over to the dev rig for this.
Yep. So I'm going to throw it to a video real quick. In case you somehow forgot, we released a visual novel recently. So I'm going to show you the trailer for that real quick. That's also available on all platforms, including Nintendo Switch. Includes a visual novel with 24 different endings, as well as a roguelike RPG, which is very replayable across 5 difficulties, scene creator, galleries, all kinds of fun stuff. So we will be right back in just a minute.
Long before the infection, there was peace, prosperity, and evolution, but now it's hell. The dead are everywhere. The smell of rotting flesh fills the air. Hours of time were spent in the AR, only to be filled with the memories of my staff's scream as they were eaten alive. Rookie mistake, but I survived. They won't. This city is not for the dead, but for the living. I will escape this hell at all costs, and we will wake from this nightmare.
Report suspicious activities.
As mayor, I know that a city is not just brick and mortar, but her citizens. We built this place with our hard work and devotion. Our beautiful city, the result of our hopes and our dreams. Therefore, it is the duty of each and every one of you, anyone who is left, to escape.
It's the moment you've been waiting for. The most eagerly anticipated update for Railbreak. And it's coming right now.
Hey, it's Railbreak. Wait, are you trying to beat my high score?
"20 seconds left. Impressive score. Super glitch active. seconds left.
Well, at least the snacks are free now. Right? Right?
Time's up.
Hey, guess what? We're back. Wow, did you miss us?
I missed
So
us.
we are back on a different rig with some Outbreak Shades of Horror. Now, we showed some last week. We've got a little bit more to show you today. If you're not aware, Outbreak Shades of Horror is our next generation survival horror game that is coming to, I was going to say next gen platforms, but I guess they're current gen platforms now. Xbox Series S and X, PlayStation 5, and PC. As we previously announced, the game is going to be released episodically. There are 5 episodes, and the first of which is going to be released this summer, starting in summer 2024. And then the other episodes coming afterwards, leading up to the game's full launch in November 2025, as previously promised on Kickstarter. We're very excited about the game, and we've been working a lot. And as Evan said, we did show some of this last week, but we have upgraded to Unreal 5.4 for Shades of Horror now, so we've got a little bit more to show you.
Yeah. And we got our new title screen here. I'm redoing a lot of the menu backgrounds for the upcoming release, and this is running with all the bells and whistles on path tracing and everything. But trying to make sure the menus show off a lot of the. What we try to do with the menu backgrounds is try to show off as much of the fidelity as possible and set the mood for the title. And that's kind of what the title screen here is supposed to show. This has everything running on path tracing with like all the reflections, animations, all the crazy amount of just effects running in the background across of it, all the high-end lighting and stuff. Just so folks can get an idea of how awesome the game's going to look even just from the beginning here. So I like to use this. We did the same thing with Railbreak, as we used the menu backgrounds to share a lot of stuff. Sorry,
it dropped for a second. Give me 1 second, y'all.
All right.
We're good. Also, real quick, sorry, I meant to mention this. We do have a giveaway going on still for if you're just joining us for a copy of Railbreak on any platform of your choice that it's on, including the Nintendo Switch version. Excuse me, if you have not entered for a chance to win that, you need to 1, follow us, 2, type !ticket in the chat, and 3, be here at the end of the stream when we draw the game. And also, real quick, Evan, just because it's coming up really soon, I'm going to run a quick ad so that we can be not interrupted.
That's smart.
So let me do that real quick. And if you are a sub, then I guess you get to look at this. You get to look at the title screen for a little bit.
What a privilege.
But yes, this is not the Switch version. There is no Switch version of Outbreak Phase 4, just to be clear.
No, there will not. There unfortunately will not be, because the metahuman stuff does not work. So it's a deal breaker right out of the bat, unfortunately.
And Evan, I'll let you know when the ad is over.
Sure.
We are in ad.
I mean, we have pointed out some interesting things here for our subscriber-only content. You can see some of the new enemy models showing up. Our new hazmat dude is in the right there, kind of dancing around a little bit. We're finally showing a bit more of the environment and what's happening here. You can see some of the soldiers here in this who died in this scene here.
Yeah.
But there's quite a lot more model variety going on here, and you'll be seeing those soldiers around Shades of Horror. Cypress Ridge had a police force that did not do great in all this.
Nothing does great in Cypress Ridge. Let's be
No,
real here.
Cypress Ridge has one good thing going for it. It's Zarina as mayor, and unfortunately, she can't pull this whole mess together on her own. So, the rest of it's going to suffer here. But I'm really happy with this scene. There's so much going on here. You can see the water rolling across the bottom here. Tons of steam in the background, different kinds of smoke effects, a lot of volumetric lighting, and really cool stuff happening here. All the different lighting types in Unreal Engine are represented here, from like rect, cone, spotlight area. Everything is here. You can see the awesome ambient occlusion effects. They're really easy to see. I don't think you can see my mouse probably, but you can see them on the weapons, the assault rifles that are here that the soldiers dropped. You can see the awesome ambient occlusion going off of them. There's awesome path trace shadows, path trace reflections all over the scene here, with really great fidelity on the background. And just this scene is just, I try to just have as much as humanly possible happening graphically in this scene at once. And I think it looks great.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with the tone of this.
And we are officially out of ad zone. So
wow, everybody who's not a subscriber just missed the most awesome ad break ever there. So
yeah.
All right, so let's move on. There's a lot to discuss, a lot to show off. Okay, let's get off of the DJ right now. We did Zarina last time.
We did. Yes.
We did Falco. Who's a good pick here? I guess maybe we'll do Miranda. She always looks good. All right. So let's hit up Main Street. We're going to talk about some new haps in Cypress Ridge. So we're moving up towards a summer release date for the first content in Shades of Horror coming out. For folks who just watched a Railbreak stream, this area looks familiar because this is Main Street from Railbreak. The reason why we always come back to this map is this is kind of our vertical slice map that we use even for like presentations and stuff like that. So it's good to show it because people can kind of map the change in the game as you keep seeing the same area over the last couple of years of development. So that's why we like to just keep coming back here for this stuff. So as we move up towards release, we're starting to get into a phase of trying to polish game mechanics. So you're going to be seeing a lot of new stuff that's polished here and a lot of new features here. Even just game mechanics like obviously highlights when you get close to items and stuff to call them out here with their markers being correctly set above them. We use highlights in Railbreak because they're very effective here, but you can kind of see that we're going to be doing the color designation for stuff because it works really well in Railbreak. And we actually have an upgraded highlighting system here that you'll see it looks a lot better than the one in Railbreak. It's just higher detail, glows a little nicer too. One of the big things that we've been adding to is a lot of the environment details and a lot of the physics objects. So you just saw that I blew open those boxes there to reveal some items. So you're going to be seeing a lot of destructible stuff in Shades of Horror in the environment, and obviously we're going to be hiding things in boxes and stuff like that.
I like how the box fell around the sprout.
Yeah, it's very cool. So we're taking advantage of Unreal Engine 5's Chaos system, which I think that's the official name of it for destructibility in our environments. So obviously you can see the laser sight here will respond and tell you that this is like the laser sight lights up when you're looking at something that's interactable essentially, and even stuff on the ground for the most part can still be interacted with too. But breaking boxes for items is a big part of survival horror, so we're going to definitely be having that in Shades of Horror for everybody here, and it's got very detailed breakages. All of our melee weapons behave differently. In Shades of Horror, there's quite a number of ones. We're going to be showing off some of the new ones here. Melee weapons and guns all have different force as they hit objects in the environment. Obviously, like the knife is weaker, so stuff's not going to go as crazy flying around. Machine guns that have a lot of force put into things. As you hit, like just like in real life, as you add more force to an object, it goes faster and faster and faster. So machine guns are really great at sending physical objects around the map. But the highlights just kind of really make the game easier from a gameplay perspective, so I'm sure folks are happy to see those popping up here.
Yeah, Apophis mentioned that they appreciate the enhanced highlights as a low vision player, which I know you are too, Evan. So it's nice that we're able to support stuff like that to make the gameplay experience better for people.
Absolutely, and I mean that as CMM said, I'm low vision as well, so you're going to see a lot of visual indicators here to kind of help. Even when you're using the laser sight, it lights up and says this is something that can be interacted with in some way versus a wall. We do it. We kind of our laser sight, obviously, not a surprise to literally anybody who plays survival horror games, but the laser sight is based off the Resident Evil 4 and 5 laser sight model, where if you're aiming your laser anywhere, you get the beam. But if it's something that can be interacted with, like an enemy or an item or something, you get the ball to show, like, hey, this is something to look at, you know?
Yeah.
We do also have a more generous pickup range than what the highlighter does. You will see that I can pick up things a little bit outside of the highlighter ranges. Not super far like this, obviously. So we do have a little bit of I don't know what the word is, but there's a little bit of overflow there, so that if you're a little bit out of the highlighter range, you can still grab stuff. But obviously, when something's highlighted, it is always interactable once it's highlighted with. And you'll even see like puzzles. They'll highlight pink. Everything's got its own kind of highlight that makes sense.
Yeah.
Notes are light blue.
Yeah, I noticed the healing items were like green, and weapons are a different color, which is cool.
Yep. So one of the things we got in this week is obviously the improved highlight system for stuff like this, and you'll even see that as you drop items, even stuff that you drop on the ground will then light up properly too, and all the names and stuff are up there as well. I know I'm kind of bearing the lead here. We're gonna be doing physics stuff a little bit more as we get further into this, but I did just want to talk about the highlighting stuff and the accessibility because it is important to us. For folks who have seen this map, you'll also notice the lighting engine got another decent upgrade. You're starting to see that light bulbs and things like that. We've gone through now. I talked about this on stream in the past a little bit, but a lot of our lighting in our games is both color consistent and it uses the same items to light things. So, to talk about the color side of things, lighting in Outbreak games, and this is pretty much a universal trend, is we go heavy in blue, green, red, yellow, and orange lighting. And you see it all in this scene here, is that we tend to use those primary colors to light the world in Outbreak games. We do that for a couple reasons. One, it's a distinct visual look. When you see a screenshot of one of our games, it's very clear that it's one of ours. And because even though we do horror games, we like to do the horror with the lights on for the most part, like the Resident Evil style horror. So color is a really big, important design decision in all of our games. Certainly, I mean, you see it in Railbreak everywhere. But even though Shades of Horror is meant to be more realistic, color is super important. But the way that we light the environment is we try to have consistent lighting models to draw the player's eyes. And in Shades of Horror, you're going to be seeing things like the floodlights here. The generators that are on the ground, there's one over there lighting up the generator and stuff like that. Helicopters are even the same way too. Helicopters flying over Cypress Ridge light the environment in a consistent volumetric way. And the reason why we do that is because we tend to put those lighting objects around areas where you need to go or do something. So it helps draw your eye that it's in a consistent manner versus things like that are like generic lighting, like, you know, there's some lighting coming off of this building here, but that doesn't draw your eye. It's intentionally not meant to draw your eye. It doesn't use volumetrics. It doesn't use familiar models and stuff like that. And we've been giving the lighting engine an upgrade here. You see now our lights are starting to have these beautiful soft halos on them. As you look at them, it doesn't blind you, but it just adds that level of depth to the scene. And you couple that up with the path tracing, it looks pretty damn sweet overall. So you're going to keep seeing lighting upgrades and stuff improving as we go on. Even the cop cars are intentionally lit. All the cop cars in Cypress Ridge are lit the exact same way. It's always a blue and a red light, and they typically will be around areas that want to draw your attention. Like there's there's a interactable here next to a cop car. Cop cars in Shades of Horror tend to denote that something important is happening near it, to draw your eye over there. So I know people do ask us about lighting a lot, so I do just want to note that lighting is not like some mistake in these games or some random thing. It is consistent. You can see another helicopter flying around. Even the helicopters in this map is kind of a good example. The helicopters light up areas where you should be going and exploring. So, okay. So let's talk about physics and really, really fucking cool shit.
Yay.
So, one of the big things is that Railbreak was kind of like this non-stop shooter thing, so we a lot of gunfire, a lot of crazy shit, so Railbreak didn't really go heavy with effects and stuff like that in the same way. But in Shades of Horror, it's meant to be realistic and a little more scary, and we're trying to do that with explosions. So now explosions in Shades of Horror now have these beautiful VDB effects to power them that Unreal Engine. It's supported in a newer version, in the latest version of Unreal Engine. So the effects for explosions in Shades of Horror now, they're fully volumetric. They scatter light properly, and they look really cool.
I love when things go boom.
And when enemies are around explosions, now you saw a little bit there, but I'm going to show you something very neat here. When enemies are around explosions, they also suitably react. So let's pick up a new weapon, which is the grenade launcher, and let's introduce it to these enemies here.
Introduce it, he says.
Beautiful blood and gore go spraying everywhere. Blood sticks to the ground, and enemies always go in a gigantic blast of blood. And because interacting with corpses is very important in our games, while they're still around, you can continue to shoot and blow up enemy corpses and keep decapitating them even further.
Yeah, I guess if one zombie particularly made you mad,
you can just keep laying into them.
Yeah. Oh, that person's in a spot.
And making the environment feel realistic is very important in this game. So take a look at this. A lot of things in the environment are going to be interactable and destructible to make it look nice. And eventually things like cop cars and stuff will take damage as well. But it's very important for me that the explosions feel meaty and almost a little scary. And even debris, look at it go.
Mayhem.
It's awesome. And we have a very special scene we're going to show, but you can see the nice lighting there, the halo off that light there. It looks really nice. Oh, we're going to go up here and do one thing, and then we're going to come back down, and we're going to show you something new, and I think folks are going to really, really like.
Oh, is it what I've been waiting for? Oh, good.
It's been what you've been waiting for. But first here, I set this up as kind of like a little demonstration for the physics, for destructible barricades and stuff like that. Look at it go. It's beautiful, and you can see the light scatters beautifully off that stuff. So yeah, we're trying to make this game as much of a showpiece as possible. And grenades will behave the exact same way as well. Now, this is something CMM's been waiting for.
Yay!
Yeah, I know you're very excited.
I'm very excited.
It's our next new weapon, gang! You'll never guess. I know CMM's been waiting a long time for this. So let's go find some friends to introduce to our new weapon.
Are those friends?
I think we killed all of our friends over here. Yeah. So let's get the valve and move on to another area. Well, you're already on fire, so you're no fun.
You don't count. Pop. There we go.
Now we're talking. One of the new weapons, and something that we've never done in one of our games before, is, of course, the flamethrower. Look at it. anything that touches the flamethrower gets lit on fire. The longer you lay into them, the more damage it does. They do damage over time with fire, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful weapon.
Yeah, as a reminder, you can freely switch between first and third person in Shades of Horror.
Give you an idea of the beam here. It is a thing of beauty, and I put a lot of work into the flamethrower to have a beautiful blue light at the beginning of it, and spread off to this thing. It sprays sparks from the barrel all over the ground that reflect around the environment, and then as the flame disperses, it sprays beautiful little sparks into the sky like fireflies on it. And you can see it's a fully volumetric effect. It looks great from any angle.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep. So the flamethrower will be one of the very important weapons in your quest to I guess rid Cypress Ridge of zombies, or just burn the whole place to the fucking ground.
Burn it down.
The flamethrower has another cool effect that it can do. You can see it here. Is typically zombies will over time will go out. Like if they're on fire and you kill them, the fire goes out. The flamethrower is one of the few weapons that will let you light their corpses on fire if you really just wanna keep hitting home about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that
Look at him go.
Yeah.
And you can keep his corpse lit on nice on fire if you want for him.
If you're feeling cold.
It's beautiful.
If it's winter, I don't know if it's gonna be winter in Cypress Ridge, but if it is, you're all set.
So I'm very pleased with the flamethrower. That was something we've been wanting to add to our series for a long time, but obviously Unity would have been a train wreck for something like a flamethrower. So this was the perfect time to do it.
I saw something on that table over there. A certain weapon that looked like it would be fun.
It's the beam sword!
Yes, the beam sword.
Okay, so we have a lot more melee weapons. I didn't mean to start with the beam sword, but we can't say no once Sam sees it.
I saw it, and I was like, I need it.
So the beam sword, of course, is Corinne has her katana in Shades of Horror, as she always does. And we're introducing new melee weapons to the game. So we have 3 types right now. We have blunt melee weapons, which I'll show you the pipe soon. We have edged weapons like the knife and the katana, and then we've got fire weapons like the beam sword, which of course can light enemies on fire when you hit them.
Hell yeah, baby!
Blunt weapons can't dismember enemies. You just beat them. Blunt weapons hit with a lot of force, so it will send their bodies flying, but you can't dismember them with them. Small edged weapons like the knife, it's just like the Resident Evil remakes. They have a small chance of allowing you to take off a limb if you hit a limb with it, but it's very unlikely because it's a dinky little knife. But the large bladed weapons like katanas, they will always dismember if you land a hit. So let's get this fence out of the way for us.
I am immune to edge weapons. Name the show. I'm not sure what the show is.
I don't know. But if you nail a limb with a large edge weapon, you will always take it off if it lands properly. And of course, we've always made it so you can just sit there and decapitate bodies.
Yep. If you want to be like Anakin,
yes,
you can be.
So I do like that. I like that we showed off a fun extra weapon before we even showed off any real melee weapons. Yeah. But there's a normal katana, which Corinne will have. There is a pipe, which you'll be using in the prologue for Shades of Horror. The pipe has a function.
Yep.
Obviously, you'll have a lot of characters will start with just the standard survival knife.
Apparently, the show is Reno 911's Patton Oswalt.
Oh, I haven't thought about that in forever. God. All right. So let's now switch maps. Let's go somewhere else where we can talk about some other crazy shit happening. Let's pop back into Onslaught mode. We showed this off briefly last time. And this isn't the full Onslaught mode from the full release. This is just a little test area. So one of the big upgrades over the week is that all of the actions that your player does now have a corresponding sound effects. Switching weapons, you have sounds. Everything's got its own normal attack sounds. Firing, obviously, aiming with the guns, you get a click when you aim, when you unaim. All of the reloads now are fully, they have synced sound effects on them. Probably not super easy to hear on the stream, but everything I'm doing there has a corresponding sound effect, which is nice. And it just goes a long way to making the game feel real. All right, where's my?
No, hey, there's your flamethrower.
There's my flamethrower. I just like using the flamethrower at this point. It's just so satisfying. God, look at all the sparks and everything. And for anybody who's played the Resident Evil remakes, it's obviously modeled after the flamethrower. Oh God, this went bad real fast.
That did get bad very quickly.
It's obviously modeled after the flamethrower from the Resident Evil remakes, where it's meant for you to sustain burst on them. When they're lit on fire, it does damage, but otherwise, and I died. Otherwise, like it's a crowd control weapon, but it is damage over time. The fire damage does do a lot of damage, though it will kill most normal zombies pretty damn quick, over a couple seconds. All right, let's have some fun with our friend the grenade launcher.
I love Mr. Grenade Launcher.
And of course, you can go to first-person view at any time.
I love the big splats.
Get out here. I set up some fun stuff for us out here. Oh, look, a whole bunch of boxes.
Oh, goody.
Here we go. No!
best laid plans.
Ah, you ruined my beautiful shot. Look at all the gore.
I love the goo.
Look at all the blood and gore from the explosion.
That's great. That's the content I need.
Yes.
Yep.
All the physics objects.
I love explosions and I love splatters of gore, so that checks my boxes.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy how the physics objects bouncing around just makes the whole thing feel so much more realistic. It's just nice.
A lot more chaotic too.
Yeah.
It's nice being able to, mess stuff up in the environments.
God, Unreal Engine 5 is awesome. One of the other weapons that got a decent upgrade was the shotgun, everybody's favorite gun.
Ooh.
Nice meaty sound effects. Blows them apart. Sends their corpses flying. Just tons of gore. It was really important to me that the shotgun just felt like meaty. Because in Railbreak, obviously it's a pretty powerful weapon, but it doesn't really have a crunch to it. And it was very important to me to get the crunch.
Dead again. In regards to animations, Jaded, obviously this stuff is still very much work in progress. What we have right now is, obviously gonna evolve and change over time. So I would say stay tuned for that.
It's the pipe.
Oh, baby. I love blunt force trauma. Up.
So you can see the pipe has a lot of force when it hits them, just sends them flying. So melee fighting in an Outbreak game is still a really good way to die, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a few of the enhancements that we've added over this thing. So, I mean, as you can see, every week the game's getting much, much further along. And we're going to keep moving forward towards a release for the prologue.
Yeah, we're going to be, as we previously announced, we're going to be, the game is going to be 5 episodes. The first of which is going to be launching starting this summer, 2024, and we'll obviously have more details on that as we get a little bit closer. Ooh, look at that.
That's beautiful.
I love that. That's great. I like when things go boom and when things go splat. You know, you feel me?
And her hair still looks great. Look at this guy behind me. He's like,
he's jealous of her hair. He's about to try and pull it.
God, our hair actually works, unlike another type of company.
Yeah, it's true.
God, look at that. The carnage.
Yeah, the carnage is great.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying seeing how Shades of Horror is developing. It's a lot of fun, and I think when folks get to play this in multiplayer, in Onslaught mode, in stuff like Onslaught mode, they're gonna have a lot of fun with friends.
Oh yeah.
And just to note, everything that we're showing you here works perfectly in co-op. Everything we build for Shades of Horror is built with network play in mind. So this isn't like some special single player thing that only this high-end stuff works there. I just did a network test earlier today. It all worked great. That is too many zombies.
It is many zombies, but I feel like a grenade would shut some of them up. Kind of like that.
God, they really are like a fucking army though. They just keep coming.
Ooh.
God damn it! I never see him coming behind me.
Coming from the other end. Yep.
That's
how
the
you
end of me.
got.
So yeah, we're really excited about how the game's coming along, and what you can kind of expect over the next couple of months as we keep showing off different parts of the game is that a lot of efforts going to be continuing to go into productionization, which is, that's just stuff like having shit highlight and work when you walk near it. Obviously, a lot of animations got improved since last week. They're going to keep getting improved too. We have a lot more animations in too. Some of the big stuff still needs to get done is obviously a lot of these zombie animations need to be put in. Some of the special infected that are going to pop up in the prologue first release are going to be need to get in. But you can start to see a lot of the games coming together, and it is absolutely hoot even in co-op. And I'm just beyond pleased with Unreal Engine.
Yeah, and of course, like traditional survival horror stuff. We do have there's an inventory system, there's puzzles, there's codes that you need to lock, there's notes to find. So you are going to be, it's not like Railbreak, which is a, shooty shoot. It's a rail shooter. Shades of Horror is going to have, your traditional, you're going to have limited resources and need to, manage those carefully. Obviously, these test areas that we're showing you have an excess of resources because we're just trying to show you a bunch of different things. You are not going to get a free flamethrower with 400 rounds, every screen or whatever.
Absolutely not. No, and I mean that's kind of the whole thing is why whereas Railbreak was shoot. Shades of Horror is not a game designed where you fight every enemy, and why the dismemberment system is so important in it too, because a lot of this game needs to be just shooting at the leg of a zombie and running past them and stuff like that. Because you're not going to have 200 rounds like in Railbreak. You're going to have probably a handgun with 20 rounds in it, and you're going to be trying to navigate an environment. But obviously, it's fun to shoot and cause mayhem, so there will be times in Shades of Horror where you will, get a grenade launcher or a flamethrower versus an army of the undead, because why the fuck wouldn't we do that at some point? Just like how every now and then Resident Evil did that, and Resident Evil Outbreak did it at times too. That was a super resource-constrained game, but every now and then, they were like, all right, well, now we're going to throw 200 zombies at you, and here's a lot of weapons, and have fun, and it is fun to just let loose on that. The other thing too is you can really see how evolved the combat even is compared to something like Railbreak too, where in Railbreak obviously you can dismember the enemies, but in this, the fact you can jump up and around the environment, climb, move physics objects around and stuff like that. It's a whole level of gameplay that you really don't see in an on-rails shooter.
Yeah, obviously you have free movement and agency and Shades of Horror, and yeah, like Evan said, you're gonna have limited resources in a lot of places, and you know, shooting ahead strategically or shooting an arm off strategically may be what gets you by, as opposed to, sinking 15 bullets into a zombie to kill it. Also, hi NetJam. Yeah, Evan's mic is because we're on the dev rig, and the dev rig mic is kind of not great. So we'll be back to the other setup.
Yeah, we're gonna
soon.
switch over in a second here.
But for Shades of Horror, we just are kind of stuck on this setup for now. But yeah, it'll be fun, and obviously Railbreak, being an on-rail shooter, you can't control your movement, and you go through a map one way. Obviously, Shades of Horror, you have free reign, and our maps and scenarios and Shades of Horror are designed to be explored and completed in different ways. So, Railbreak is kind of just like the beginning in terms of what you can expect for how Shades of Horror will work.
Give you an idea of the destruction here.
And there goes Evan again, blowing up boxes.
I do hate boxes.
Yeah, Crash hates them too. This is like Crash Bandicoot if you were in a zombie apocalypse.
That's kind of what was reminding me of while I was making this, is putting these boxes up. It's like, man, it's like Crash Bandicoot. But I mean, look at this thing. Look at this beautiful volumetric effect that the light comes off.
Yeah.
All the gore and everything. God, yeah, I'm in love with this engine.
The explosive gore and all the fun physics interactions that can actually lead to stuff is very fun. Hey, look, it's Ferret's Emporium. I saw that.
Oh yeah, it's coming. I hear it's coming soon.
Yeah, apparently it's coming soon. Yeah.
Look at that. That's been in that build now for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
God, I'm so happy to see all this physics stuff come in.
Yeah, it's nice because it gives it a layer of polish and quality that we haven't been able to hit previously with stuff like Unity or even earlier versions of Unreal. And it's
you couldn't fucking do anything like this in Unity. Like it is just crazy how this engine is just a game changer for everything.
Yeah, and it's gonna be nice to see how that plays into, obviously it looks cool, but it'll be nice to see how it fits into gameplay, and what it, leads to, design-wise. Not a hole, well, it's a valve.
And of course, the game has an inventory menu, obviously, as we've talked about, because this is a survival horror game, so you can see all my fuel and grenade rounds are suitably represented.
Yep, exactly. Kaboom.
Kaboom. I love it. I just walk around the match just firing the grenade launcher and shit now. It's so cathartic.
We will not be showing off new maps today, Jaded. We can't show everything.
Nope.
But we did want to give you a taste.
Honestly, we really won't be. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in development. Like, we're obviously, part of the reason why we use this map is because we can kind of dump stuff into it, and people like this, there's nothing to hide on this map, essentially.
Yeah, it's a playground for demo purposes.
Yeah, so that's
the final version of this map is not going to give you, a beam sword and a flamethrower and 400 rounds and 7 billion healing items, for free. But for right now, it's a good way to show off stuff that we're productionizing and that's ready to be shown.
I'm very happy with how this is turning out, though.
Hey, I know this area. I hear some guy named the Fetch used to live here.
Knifing corpses was really important because they let you do it in the Resident Evil remakes, so I made sure it's here for everybody.
It's very satisfying.
Dark Souls style.
Speaking of, we are going to be doing more of the Resident Evil 2 remake soon.
Yeah, let's. I think it's time to switch on over to that.
Okay, yeah. Is there any last words or anything that you want people watching to know, Evan, in regards to stuff that we showed today or talked about so far?
I actually don't know. I mean, no. I mean, it's just again, we're a team of really 3 people working on this stuff, and we don't really have a budget. So I just have to say how pleased I am with how all the stuff's turning out. That we're able to produce something like this on basically on a very shoestring budget.
Yeah.
And the fact that this game's going to be hitting all major next-gen consoles, is going to have online multiplayer across the entire game. It's just, I'm so happy.
Yeah, and
Oh,
go ahead.
I was just going to say it's great that we're able to still be working on this stuff, given the realities of the current state of the industry and everything, and all the horrible stuff happening out there. As we feel very fortunate that we're still hanging in there making this stuff, and we appreciate that the fans are helping us do that.
Yeah, yet another relatively high-profile indie studio announcing a closure today. It's kind of like, it's sometimes it feels like a dystopia, but somehow we're still hanging in there, and we're excited to bring this and other stuff to you guys. In case people aren't aware, just quickly to sum up the plan with Shades of Horror right now that we shared, I think back in March. The game is now releasing episodically, with the first episode or the first release targeting summer 2024. And each episode will have, a scenario of the campaign. It will have each episode will also have an entry in the Trials of Hank, which is sort of like a side story going on, showing what Hank's up to during the events of the game. The Trials of Hank is a timed Kickstarter exclusive for 6 months, and then will be available as paid DLC for non-backers. If you are a backer, it is and always will be free. And then there will also be, each episode will include new content for Operation Rabid Wolf, which is sort of like our equivalent of the Mercenaries mode in our previous games, and it's returning here. And on top of that, you can expect with updates to see stuff like new playable characters with their own perks. We have people who very generously donated through Kickstarter and other places to have characters of their own and side stories included. So you'll be seeing stuff like that with each subsequent release, and it's pretty much going to be leading up to the full and final release targeting November 2025, as previously promised on Kickstarter. So we're pretty excited because we get to, people get to experience a bit of the game a bit earlier than we originally planned for. And we're hopeful too that, as people try it and tell us what they think, it can help shape the rest of the game and pretty much just make it the best that it can be. Thank you guys for hanging with us as we showed off a little bit more of Shades of Horror tonight. Again, we do have a giveaway going for a copy of Railbreak. To enter that, you just need to be following us. You need to type !ticket into the chat. And you need to be here when we draw the winner, which will be at the end of the stream. We're going to be switching over to some Resident Evil 2 remake, so Evan can get mad.
Yep, I do like getting mad.
And before we switch over to that, Apophis just wants to know, what was our favorite game from not E3 week?
Favorite game from not E3 week?
Yeah, well, the Jeff presentation and other presentations.
Well, I think the answer for me is pretty obvious, right? It's Silent Hill 2 remake. It's I'm really excited for the Silent Hill 2 remake, and I think it's gonna just go great. So
yeah,
we will be playing that launch day. Me and CMM will be here the day that comes out, playing at launch day, and I'm gonna do a pretty damn long stream on it. So
I'll tell you one that I am still very excited for. I've seen some people very critical of it. I personally think it looks very interesting, and much more interesting than a lot of the other stuff that has been shown, especially from the AAA games world, and that is Slitterhead. Very interesting horror game from some great horror minds. Definitely, they obviously don't have a bajillion-dollar budget, but I think it's very interesting. And I think that I definitely want to see more. Apophis, the Blumhouse game stuff is also cool too. I like that.
Yeah, that's neat.
I think we all like that they're doing like weirdo indie collabs and kind of just helping smaller studios put some weird ass horror stuff out there. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
By launch date, do you mean the 2-day early access you have to pay $10 for? No, thank God. Hate that.
Wait, what are we talking about?
You know how they do the early act, like for the launches of some games. If you like buy the deluxe edition, you get like a 48-hour early access or whatever, and that bumps the price up like $20.
Holy shit!
God,
yeah,
hate that.
We should do that for our releases.
Yeah, no, oh God. All right, guys, give us a minute. We're gonna switch back to the other rig with the good mic. We're gonna play some Resident Evil 2.
With the good mic.
Yeah, with the good mic. So we're gonna run a couple videos, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Oh, Evan, hang on. Before we do that, Graham says the Silent Hill 2 remake has one of those versions. The $80 version, you can play it 2 days early, along with some other nonsense. So, if you really want to make everyone happy, you can buy the really expensive Silent Hill 2 remake.
Is it literally $20 to play it 2 days early? Is that what they give you?
I think they give you some other stuff too, but one of the things is definitely the 48-hour early access. They give you like some dumb cosmetic stuff too. I know there's like a pyramid head hat made out of a pizza box. And like some other hat and like something else. I don't know.
Well, we're definitely going to be playing it on stream, so if anybody wants to just like donate $20 or buy a copy of Railbreak Switch right now and just note that it's for that, we'll do 2-day early access if the community will cover that cost.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do an amazing Silent Hill 2 stream. I mean, October's going to be great.
So Graham says the base game is $70, and then the $10 that they add on for the $80 special thing is 48 hours early access and a dog mask for James. The other stuff is pre-order bonuses. So
a dog mask for James. Cool.
Yep. So
this is gonna go great. Yep. That release is gonna be just fine. Everything's gonna be okay.
All right. On that note, we're gonna switch out. We'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
BRB.
Long before the infection, there was peace, prosperity, and evolution, but now it's hell. The dead are everywhere. The smell of rotting flesh fills the air. Hours of time were spent in the AR, only to be filled with the memories of my staff's scream as they were eaten alive. Rookie mistake, but I survived. They won't. This city is not for the dead, but for the living. I will escape this hell at all costs, and we will wake from this nightmare.
Report suspicious activities.
As mayor, I know that a city is not just brick and mortar, but her citizens. We built this place with our hard work and devotion. Our beautiful city, the result of our hopes and our dreams. Therefore, it is the duty of each and every one of you, anyone who is left, to escape.
It's the moment you've been waiting for. The most eagerly anticipated update for Railbreak. And it's coming right now.
Hey, it's Railbreak. Wait, are you trying to beat my high score?
"20 seconds left. Impressive score. Super glitch active. Five seconds left.
Well, at least the snacks are free now. Right? Right?
Time's up.
Hello, everybody. We're back. I just put
It's
M&Ms in my
me.
mouth at the wrong time.
Hey, there's never a wrong time to be putting M&Ms in your mouth.
We're back with some Resident Evil 2 remake. We started up Claire last week. Now we're going to continue with Claire this week.
Mike and Ike's still good. God, I need some sugar or something to get me going here. That Shades of Horror took it out of me.
And also, since we're playing some Resident Evil 2, we've kind of gotten past what we wanted to show for our stuff. Definitely want to continue the what you guys liked from not E3 week this year. I know there was some. I'm trying to remember what was even shown. My brain is like I can barely remember anything. I know there was the big Xbox thing on Saturday, or Sunday, was it? Saturday. I don't know. Over the weekend. There was
good
Jeff's
stuff in that
thing.
The Xbox thing was pretty good.
It was the Wholesome Direct and the Future Game Show and the PC Game Show with Frankie, my beloved.
Let's talk about the Xbox thing. I'm gonna immediately take heat on this one because there was something in the Xbox thing that I really liked
Mhm.
that I don't think went over super great with the masses. What I enjoyed there what they ended on was Gears of War Emergence Day,
Yeah.
um, and I actually always wanted a Gears of War game at the beginning because I like games like Resident Evil 2 is a great example of this. I like games that happen like during the outbreak of something happening like zombies or like the world ending or aliens or something.
Right.
Um, and I thought that would always be kind of a compelling thing to do in the Gears of War universe. And they actually did do something Gears of War Judgment. I don't think didn't take place during Emergence Day, but it was like kind of a looking back thing. And I actually really liked Gears of War Judgment for that reason. So I will say, as kind of crazy as it sounds, because I'm not really like a shooter guy nowadays. I thought that was pretty cool they did that, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing that when it comes out.
Yeah. The Xbox, I mean, for my types of stuff that I play and enjoy, there's not usually really much in the Xbox thing for me specifically. But there was one thing I remember seeing that I was like, oh, that's cool. Um, but they really did not have a lot of dates for stuff, which is
No.
pretty expected, honestly. But
Yeah, I
I'm
wasn't surprised by that. I mean,
yeah.
even for stuff that we know we've been hearing things that are like the devs been going a little hard for folks. Like we saw Perfect Dark was there, but
Yeah,
obviously
which I'm gonna say right
no
now,
details.
I do not trust any of what they showed for Perfect Dark.
Well, no, I mean, I think with Perfect Dark, I think it being there is just more of a recommitment that
Yeah,
we're trying to get it out and it's not forgotten about. But I
yeah.
don't think anything that they showed of Perfect Dark. I mean, was any of that even remotely close to gameplay? I don't
They
think so.
showed gameplay, but it was a very weird showing. I'm not gonna lie, it was very strange. I think it was like you said, more of a like, hey, this thing is not dead, and we are working on it, and that's kind of you know was the purpose of that showcase. Oh yeah, they did show Indiana Jones off. That wasn't really my thing either, but um,
like so I like obviously I like the original trilogy. Not like I love the original trilogy for Indiana Jones.
yeah,
Indiana Jones is a video game though has never really been something that's been like super compelling to me.
yeah,
Um, and that's kind of what I struggle with that is like when we talk about like what are the Indiana Jones video games I enjoyed, there is exactly two of them, and it is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade and Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, the
yeah,
point and click games, and those are fantastic, fucking awesome games.
yeah. And
But it's like I
honestly,
don't.
I think for a lot of the younger people watching, really probably the most familiar and popular Indiana Jones games for them are just the Lego ones. Like if
Sure,
you think
like
about like what Indiana Jones games have come out like in recent years, I don't know if there's been any besides the Lego ones.
exactly, yeah. So it's kind of funny. It's just Indiana Jones is like, and I love the graphic adventure or the point and click adventure games, but it's just like other than that, I don't have any Indiana Jones gaming memories because like even I think it was the Genesis title or something, or was it an SNES title? I remember playing like back in the 90s, and it
Hmm.
was like a side scroller adventure game, and it was like I don't want to play this. Like I would rather just play the text or the point and click adventure games at that point.
Yeah. Um, there was that, I know for people who like Alan Wake, I'm sure the DLC stuff was pretty exciting for them. Evan, I feel like you probably enjoyed the Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Actually, that's
Um,
worth talking about. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and look, I hate Konami as much as the next guy, as much as the Jeffs of the world can hate Konami. They're really pissing me off lately. But the one thing that I will say that Konami is doing right, and I know that this is kind of a crazy thing for me to start a sentence with in terms of Konami doing something right, um, is that Konami typically does not know when they're bad at doing something historically. Like they seem to think that they're good at. Konami seems to think that they're good at making video games for some reason, because they were good at making video games like 40 years ago. and I think it just kind of like they just maybe forget that they're not good at it. But one of the things that they're doing with Metal Gear Solid is that they're not fucking touching anything with the games, right? They ripped Hideo's name off of all the stuff. Obviously, his name's not going to be on Delta or anything on the front that it's a Hideo Kojima game. But with the Master Collection, which is a bunch of games that I really love. Yeah, they fucked up technically because it's Konami. They can't do shit correct technically, but they are actually patching them, and they just basically left those games as intact as they pretty much could be, and are just kind of fixing up the frame rate and the resolution now, which is the right decision for that Master Collection because I don't trust them to do anything else there. And for Delta, as far as we can tell for Delta right now, it is a shot-for-shot remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 on Unreal Engine 5. And yeah, the art direction's not as great as the PS2 game, but whatever. I mean, just let's. They're never going to be good at that, so don't let the. I'm kind of actually a little happy that they're not even trying with that. But one thing they're doing right with Delta, and I know that they did get a little bit of flack over this, but this is to me unambiguously the right decision to have made, is they are using the exact voice acting recordings from the original PS2 release and not changing anything, not re-recording them, not getting new actors in there, and that the original VO recording from Metal Gear Solid 3 is fucking perfect on the American side. There is nothing to change there at all.
Yeah.
So, Konami, I at the risk of saying something positive to you, I appreciate that at some level in your organization, you guys realize you do not have the skill set to handle remaking Metal Gear Solid 3. So you're changing nothing and just giving it a fresh coat of paint and upgrading up to it's clearly running on the Metal Gear Solid 5 engine for folks who were not the Metal Gear Solid 5 engine, but they're using. Sorry, that was the wrong thing because it's Unreal Engine 5. But they're using assets from Metal Gear Solid 5 for animations and things like that, which clearly then are being transmogrified into Unreal Engine because a lot of discussion online, if you go look, people were basically pulling out frame for frame comparisons of the animations. It's the same animations. The only difference is stuff with like the roll is they've modified the Metal Gear Solid 5 roll animation for Delta to make it closer to the PS2 version. But other than that, they're not fucking with shit. So Konami, good job on making that decision.
Yeah, as Graham pointed out, you have that, and then you have Silent Hill 2.
Claire? Yeah.
Claire?
Yeah,
Leon.
Right there.
This is one of the 30 seconds these two characters interact in this entire game. They have no interactions in this game at all, for the most part. And they do it for some light hitting on each other here. Watch this.
Leon, we really gotta stop meeting like this.
Hey.
Ooh.
Police chopper, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I take it you don't have the key.
No, I don't.
Climb
Good
the
to see your
fence.
face, though. How are you holding up?
I never understood why this doesn't do that.
Hell of a night, huh?
Yeah. You find your brother?
I did actually.
he's in there.
he's in the helicopter.
Just when you think it can't get any worse. Leon, you should get going.
Yeah, you probably should, considering what's
Don't worry about
happening.
me. Just get yourself to safety.
No, Leon, seriously, they're getting through the fence. Please, just go.
We're gonna make it. Both of us.
So handsome with that chin. But in all seriousness, let's look at this fence. Why did he not just climb the fence? Look at that. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like there's no like barbed wire as far as I can tell up there. Wait, is there barbed wire? I can't see.
Yeah, I can't really
There
see
might be.
either.
I think there actually is barbed wire on top. Okay, all right,
We'll allow it.
we'll allow it.
I remember the one thing I cared about in the Xbox thing, and that's Doom. Because I always care about Doom.
Of course,
And I always want to see more Doom.
Doom always has a place at the table, 100%. At the risk of so now we're having a weird stream because I just said something positive about Konami. I'm gonna do something about Capcom here. The helicopter crash, the way this was handled, and obviously everybody watches our stream, so you just saw us play through Resident Evil 2 recently. This is less of an awesome thing in this game. Like, obviously it's cool to see it coming through the window, like and stuff like that with the light coming through. But the cutscene in the original, the guy trying to evac through the helicopter and him actually accidentally shooting down the helicopter coming to see him, That would have been cool to see here, and I'm a little bummed we didn't get to see that.
Yeah.
So, what a weird stream. We said something nice about Konami and we criticized Capcom.
No, we're just going through it.
Yeah. I
I
do not have the inventory space for this.
the Yacht Club Games presentation was today, which was fun.
Oh, cool. What did they talk about?
So they have some new free DLC coming to Pocket Dungeon. I believe the second pack is out soon, and they announced that the third free DLC pack is adding online play to that game, which is cool. It's very
That's neato.
fun.
And that's
And then they announced the third and final free DLC pack for Shovel Knight Dig, which adds a bunch of stuff. They showed a trailer for Mina the Hollower, which is probably one of the games I'm looking the most forward to this year. And then they announced they're doing, for the 10th anniversary of Shovel Knight, they're doing Shovel Knight, the Shovel Knight campaign, Sword of Hope Deluxe. It's an enhanced version of it that adds pretty much, it adds online for one. It adds a bunch of different playable characters that you can play through the game as. It adds stuff that was like in specific versions before. So there's like this pseudo stereoscopic 3D mode that you can enable. The like Street Pass arena from the 3DS version is included. Basically like a bunch of other stuff. And I know that's kind of like its own thing. And I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but it seems like if you own Treasure Trove, then you get a discount on it. But yeah, just kind of like stuff that was previously locked to one version of the game, plus online, plus a bunch of like new playable characters and like other enhancements. They added like rewind to it. Just a nice small anniversary release. And then the very last thing is they teased a new Shovel Knight, and I guess the tease implied that it could be a 3D Shovel Knight. So
interesting.
A nice little presentation.
Oh, we would be remiss to not talk about the Nintendo Direct where they announced that Silk Song is now available now, and it's $4.99 on the eShop. So
yeah,
definitely got to pay that due. That's I thought that was a very bold move from that team.
Yeah,
selling for $5 available right now. Go get it.
Crazy, I know.
Silk Song, just it's there, just waiting for you all.
Jaded.
Did I do it right? Am I an internet troll?
I think you did.
Nice.
Jaded, yeah, for Onslaught, we mostly just showed some of the new weapons and effects in action. So mostly the stuff that we focused on today was mostly the flamethrower, the grenade launcher, the explosions, the improved highlighting for weapons and items, some of the new physics interactions and systems and visual improvements. And then we were just kind of messing around in the Onslaught mode, kind of causing carnage for fun. So I don't think you missed any of the new content for today.
Probably those Jada wasn't there for the Shades of Horror portion.
Well, they were there, but they just missed the Onslaught part.
Oh.
So it was the same Onslaught area from last time. We just kind of had different stuff in it.
And a lot of the physics objects bouncing around the tunnel.
You know, the boxes and shit blowing up. And also Evan getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, I died a lot. Like, I just keep getting fucking jumped there. Good lord. All right. Trying to think about what I need. Oh, I'm doing the other run back through here. Ugh.
Something I actually want to mention that I don't think a lot of people have seen, but I was watching it and I thought it was extremely cool. And I need to find the exact name. Because it was a cool presentation. That released last week. It was the Homebrew Games Summer Showcase 2024. Basically focused on projects, unique game projects and unique and original game projects that are being made for older consoles. So new NES games, new Genesis games, new stuff of that nature. There was a lot of really cool stuff being shown off in that. Like there was a lot of them too. Like it wasn't like, oh, we have a 5 cool homebrew games that we're showing. It was like 40 or some insane number, and a lot of them looked really, really, really cool. It was 120 games across 15 consoles. So definitely take a look at that and support smaller hobbyist developers. If you like NES games or Game Boy and Game Boy Color games, PC Engine. There was even a Virtual Boy homebrew game, and a Wonder Swan game too. So a Saturn game as well, which, I mean, that's an accomplishment on its own, because making anything for Saturn is like,
I can't even imagine doing
ripping
that.
your own head off. But yeah, and they're all unique, new projects. Some of which have demos, some of which, I think there's a couple that are already out, but most of them is stuff that's not available yet. There's even someone making an Atari Lynx game, a ColecoVision game, a Game Gear game, and definitely lots of Game Boy and NES, SNES, Genesis stuff. Master System game is there too. Some of them are like full-on RPGs. Some of them are simpler arcade-style stuff. But yeah, it's called the Homebrew Games Summer Showcase 2024. You can probably find it pretty easy on YouTube. It's about 35 minutes long. That was actually probably my favorite presentation last week. It had nothing to do with anything that was, at retail or put together by a big company.
Yeah, I gotta say, making a Sega Saturn game sounds hard.
Yeah, what was the one? It's called. I just had it on here. It is called. Shoot. I will find it. It's called Lost Days Zero. It is an Final Fantasy-like RPG. With some really cool VN-style art for the dialogue areas. And I believe it might be targeting other platforms as well. I could be wrong. No, actually, it might just be Saturn. But really neat to see someone taking on that challenge there.
Yeah, one of my dream projects one day would be to do like a Dreamcast game. I don't think I would ever try to do a Saturn game, but a Dreamcast game, it appeals to me.
Yeah, there's some really cool homebrew Dreamcast stuff.
Yeah, I would love to do it one day. I don't know how we would ever swing it production wise.
Yeah,
we,
no, I
we,
get
we
that.
would need like a retro publisher to literally like fund the full development of it for it to work. And I don't know how you'd ever make back the money for it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. The Virtual Boy game was really neat. It's called Elevated Speed.
That's cool.
And I believe it's a racing game. Yeah, it's a racing game, and I guess they have a Game Boy Advance version of it too. But looked really cool, and again, made to run on Unreal hardware, so you can either use, a flash cart, or I'm sure some of them will have special limited runs of like, physical cartridges and stuff.
Sounds cool. Yeah, that stuff always fascinates me.
Yeah, it's neat.
I wish we had a way to do a project like that, because I would love to do like an Outbreak Dreamcast game at some point in my life. But
Yeah, that would be fun.
I just don't know how it would ever fucking work from a business perspective.
Yeah, not to mention the tools that you would need to create something like that.
Well, I would imagine there's probably now like homebrew tools that are out there. Like I think if I sat down and said like, okay, I need to make a Dreamcast game, what do I need? That stuff would probably actually fairly readily available.
Yeah.
But I would probably be writing it entirely in C++. It probably would be very like it's not gonna be like something like Unreal Engine where like like there's an engine there to use stuff. It's gonna be definitely more like I would imagine it'd be more like writing a game in OpenGL, which OpenGL does some things for you, but not a lot. It's a graphics library.
Yeah.
So
A lot
I
of,
do
yeah.
think it would be pretty difficult, honestly. But God, it'd be a fun project one day. So if anybody wants to give us, probably like $500,000, we'll do it.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, easy.
Yeah, easy
Just,
peasy.
just give us the money. Smile.
It's a mile. That's how all of it goes for us. This is diamond. I don't think I have diamond key.
They even color coded it for you.
I'm all about give us the money, smile.
Give us the money,
my
smile.
life. That's my speed in life. Okay. So we got the bomb, so we can go back there and get the bomb. So probably the smartest way out of here is actually here. If I could kill you, that would really help me out. Like if your head would just pop off. Nope.
There we go.
His head didn't come off though. He's getting right back up.
Well, at least there's no crimson heads, right?
Fucking explode. Fucking explode.
Yeah, that's
Oh, for fuck's sake.
no popping allowed.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Just keep eating that guy.
Just
You're
eat
doing
that
great.
guy.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Don't fucking look at me. Just if I could get this done right now, it would be really great without Mr. X coming to give it to me. You're doing great there. Just keep eating. You're doing great. Just gonna walk away now. Was never here.
Yeah. Everything exactly to plan.
So yeah, I mean, like I would say my dream project would be we do a Dreamcast game one day, and what I would want to do is I would want to do something probably like not like Code Veronica because we've now made games basically like Code Veronica. Like I feel like I've done that in my life now. I've made Code Veronica, but I would want to make something like either like Zombie Revenge or like Blue Stinger, something like that where it's like it's at one step below like the Capcom production values, because like Code Veronica has very good production values for the game, but like I love that Blue Stinger looks like Blue Stinger almost looks like an indie project, even though obviously it's not, but like that kind of game, like Guts Rage or something,
Yeah.
Something wild like that.
Yeah.
What else would be good would be which is it's a Saturn game, but can't think of the goddamn name of it. Not Subject Zero. It's
Oh, Enemy Zero.
Enemy Zero. It's not Enemy Zero. It's the other one. The other one. That's
D?
No, although I would like to make a D game at some point, so put me down for that as well. But no, it was a fixed camera survival horror game on the Saturn, and I cannot remember the name of it for the fucking life of me right now. But that was cool. I would like to make a D game though. We should do fucking D2 at some point.
Well, there is D2 on Dreamcast. I don't know how common it is to find it at this point, but very bizarre game. Which I mean, all of them are, but
it is a very bizarre game. I agree with that. Oh god, I was actually just up where I needed to be because we needed to be at the library for this. We were in the library. All right, let's see. These shoes are made for walking. Oh, boots, I guess. She is actually wearing boots.
She does, yeah, I was gonna say, she is actually wearing boots.
God, this game is just a perfect remake.
Upstairs. Is it Deep Fear?
Deep Fear, thank you.
Yep, Slow Smokes got you.
Thank you. Yes, that would be the kind of game that I would want to make. Like, if I made a Saturn game, I'd make fucking Deep Fear. A game like that. Hell yeah.
So is Deep Fear, I've heard the name before. Is it similar to a traditional survival horror game, or is it something kind of weird and wacky?
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, like obviously Resident Evil was on the
Yeah.
Saturn, but it's as close as you're gonna get. But it was still a little more wacky and less polished. Like I guess what I want to do is like we did like with like Contagious Memories and Dino Break. Like we did our PlayStation 1 higher production value survival horror game. I want to
Right.
do something like janky, you know. And that's why something
Yeah.
like Blue Stinger or Zombie Revenge appeals to me if we were able to do a game like that.
Yeah. I think
I definitely want to do a fucking Zombie Revenge style game one day.
I like arcade stuff, so you won't catch me
Yeah.
complaining on that. That's the stuff I like to see. And I mean, Dreamcast was such an incredible arcade platform. This just
Yeah.
fits in with the spirit of it.
Railbreak as an arcade machine is definitely something I'm gonna buy. I mean, obviously I want the Railbreak Sinden light guns before we do that.
Yeah.
I do not have an update. I know chat will wonder. All I will say is that everything in that area is progressing. I'm not ready to share any details there yet, but they have not been forgotten about. It is everybody's actively working on it. It's just I'm not ready to share an update on it yet. But as of right now, everything is progressing there.
God, are we back to this again?
Yeah. This is the entire fucking game, CMM. This is it.
Not again.
I also just want to take this time to again thank Sinden for partnering with us on Railbreak and the light guns and stuff. I am just a huge fan of Sinden and the guy running it, who I don't want to dox. I feel like his name's out there a lot, but I'm just going to be safe and say, guy running Sinden, I like you a lot.
Yes.
But I don't know if his name is actually out there, so I don't want to accidentally dox him or anything.
Yeah. Okay, do I gotta look it up again?
Well, but the problem is this one. You see, they're scribbled out. So I mean, look it up. But
I mean, they're scribbled out, but you can still tell what they are, for the most
yeah, but I
part.
can't.
Oh, that's fair.
I do think all of them are ones that have some scribbling on them, though. So.
Oh, NetJam's got you, and by you, NetJam's got me. You ready for it?
Oh, I mean, I can't really see them, but sure, hit me.
The first one is woman.
Woman. Is that a woman?
That's a bird. I'll be your eyes.
That's hard.
That's fish.
That be a woman?
That could be a woman. I don't know if it is.
Harp.
I think that's the woman.
This one here?
No, this one. Yeah. Woman bow.
Bow?
Is that a bow? I don't think that's a bow. That's not a bow. I don't know. No, that's Taurus in the middle.
Bird?
No, that's maybe it's that one. And then snake is the one for the right.
Right.
Oh, there's a snake. I think down
right,
two.
Got it.
No. Yeah.
Great work, everybody.
Thank you, NetJam.
Let's celebrate with a disgusting Mike and Ike. Oh,
Let's celebrate with another one of those puzzles.
There's like 12 more of those in the game, CMS.
God.
So buckle up, man.
Why? Like I understand a couple, but
yeah, probably somebody's nephew at Capcom who like made one of these, and they were just like, "Well, we got to get in good with that kid." All right.
We did it, everybody.
Sub boss fight time, because you draw aggro from this fucker no matter what you do. So we are going to show him some American pride.
Oh boy. Thought you were gonna say justice, but that's the same thing, honestly.
Nowhere. America! Protect me, gun! I think all 5 of those shots missed.
Did Evan open and close the door before he did the puzzle?
No, I didn't. I forgot to do that, so we have a real problem on our hands here. We got a real fucking problem!
I mean, after you emptied about, what, 30 bullets into that one zombie's head?
R2!
That's
Just
not an
like-
exaggeration, by the way, for anyone who missed it.
Shooting womp rats in my T89 calculator. Whatever he said. Everybody in chat who loves Star Wars is just gonna be like, what the fuck? Really, Claire, you can't just walk over this? Like,
Oh,
like,
it's not perfectly aligned.
I mean, I'm a fucking diabetic and I can get over this. So like, I don't really know what her
She's got the
problem is.
boots too. I think she can handle that.
No.
It's
Again, those boots were made for walking.
and apparently that's not what they do because
Yeah.
she ain't making it. Well,
What's
that
that?
sounded reassuring.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck that came from. All right. I have another coin. Wait, do we have all 3 coins?
I hope so.
Am I with coin? Hey Marvin, you okay, buddy? Marvin?
Are you with
Al?
coin?
Everything good? He looks great. He looks fine.
He looks pretty good.
Okay. I gotta hurry.
He's doing
He's still
great.
moving.
Oh, that's good. I feel like we've already gotten all 3 coins, so what did I do with the 3rd coin?
Did we get all the coins?
I don't know. Like,
God, I really hope we did.
I know. I'm a little scared that I don't feel like I have.
I want to play
the
the
coin
fucking
on me.
slots again, man. I think that's a no on the 3rd.
I am concerned that we don't have the 3rd coin because how do I?
Which 2 do you have? There was the maiden, and what was the other one?
Oh god, we never opened the safe either. Yeah, I only have one of the safes too, don't I?
Yeah.
Hold on.
And the one we just got was the maiden medallion or whatever. And I think the other one's some kind of red medallion.
Wait,
Yeah.
did we never pick up the coin up here when we opened this? Because we did this one, right? We never picked up the coin.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got all of them. Thank
Alright.
God. Thank God.
Thank God. All right, so let's save, and then
Yeah, exactly. Crisis fucking averted.
yeah. We'll do the safe later. We don't really need to do that. I am gonna bring along my acid rounds though, because sometimes I get a little acidy.
Indigestion.
Wait, do I already have access to the SMG? Wait. Do I need to be? Oh, I gotta use the red gem upstairs, right? Is there do I need 2 gems?
And we'll see you for part 17 of Resident Evil 2 remake.
Hey, literally a 2-hour-long game. Just like all these are, and somehow we spend 7 streams on each one. I think maybe I just need to put the gem up here and I'm good to go. Maybe? Or is there 2? Maybe you need 2 gems, actually.
Bagger of Cosmetics, hello. Guys, if you haven't entered the giveaway, tap exclamation point ticket. Make sure you're following us. We are giving away a copy of Railbreak in celebration of Railbreak for Nintendo Switch launching today. The winner can get it on whatever platform they would like that it's released on, including Nintendo Switch. NetJam says the gem is optional.
The gem, though, how does it get here?
Hey, it's the Burger King again. He's back.
Burger King. Fuck this guy. I don't know what the fuck. Oh,
He's
God,
yummy.
fuck you!
Danger. 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 Don't come.
All right.
Don't come.
All right, you know what, chat? You actually want to fucking help me for once? What's the combo here? So I can get the fucking item in here.
All right. I'll wait for NetJam to tell you, because I'm sure NetJam knows.
What's the answer, NetJam? Get a fucking Mike and Ike while I wait. Oh, God, they're awful. Oh, they're so fucking bad.
This isn't in the speedrun, it just slows you down, so NetJam doesn't know. Hey NetJam, did you watch my boy Carsey do his no damage RE2 run at HDQ this year? Because let me tell you, being in the audience for that was fucking amazing.
Alright, fuck this.
You could always
Go
try the
ahead.
system shock code.
I'm sure people are wondering, are we gonna play System Shock Remake on stream? And here's where I'm at with that one. I would love to. I'm not paying $40 for fucking System Shock. I love you. No.
Hell yeah, Net Jam. That was probably one of my uh, favorite GDQ experiences. And he also says, Evan, pick up that knife and go fight G1 like a man.
Oh, is chat fucking challenging me?
Well,
All
Net
right.
Jam's challenging you.
You wanna see me fucking just destroy this? I actually don't think we have enough in the. We'd have to use the infinite knife. Okay.
The infinite knife.
Am I doing this, chat? Are we doing this?
God. I mean, it sounds like you're doing it.
Oh yeah. Things are about to get fucking interesting. Let us marshal all of our healing items. And now that I've just wasted one upstairs needlessly, getting eaten by that zombie.
Thank you, BX Latino. I do enjoy being employed.
All right, let's do this. We are fucking taking names.
Be a real man and use your fists.
All right. If we're doing this, we're doing this fair.
Hey, have we ever
No.
played have you ever played Resident Evil 6 on stream before?
No, I don't like Resident Evil 6, guys.
Well, I know that. I didn't even have to
yeah.
ask that question.
Yeah, guys, I am willing to do Leon's first 2 chapters on stream if that is something chat wants. But that's as far as we're going because that game is suboptimal.
I love how we're gonna be playing the Silent Hill 2 Bloober remake on stream, but the Resident Evil 6 is a step too far.
Yeah. I'll do the first 2 scenarios for Leon because they're actually pretty decent, and then it is just a shit show for the rest of that game. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Chat challenged me to a fight, so let's do it.
Oh boy.
You got nothing to worry about, CMM. I'm a pro.
I mean, you did just save, so I am not that worried.
Looks like it leads underground. Good. You can get out of this hellhole. Hey, Marvin.
This hellhole.
Hey, Marvin. Oh wait, too late.
Yo, Marvs.
Come on, let's get you out of here. Let's go. Are you okay?
Yeah, he's great. Look at him.
Fine.
No, just go. Save yourself.
Come on, it's bad. We gotta get you to hospital
Please,
now.
Claire. We both know how this is going to end. Get out of the city.
God, CMM, wait until we get to Resident Evil 3 remake and you find out who did this to Marvin.
Please, go.
You're gonna be mad.
Didn't he? Did we find out who did it to him in Resident Evil 3 original?
It was not in the original.
Oh, okay.
It was a thing added into this version. I mean, I guess you could argue that it was the same person because you can kind of put it together.
Connect. It's just explicit in 3.
But it's explicit in the remake, and it is just 25 years of this community's pent up aggression at a character. So they had that character do him in, and when you get there, it's just like, what the fuck?
Well, bye, Marvin.
It's like fucking Gandalf and Ned Stark dying in episode 1 of Game of Thrones. Level shit. All right. Do you hear me, NetJam Jr.? I'm not afraid of you.
NetJam says he gets bitten in RE Outbreak File 2.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Beggar says RE6 really isn't that bad. I didn't like I didn't like the snowmobile portion of the game though.
Oh god. Oh, the snowmobile portion fucking sucked. No, I mean like there's a lot of great gameplay in there, but it is not a Resident Evil game. It's a I don't know what the fuck that game is, but it ain't Resident Evil.
And Ada's campaign in Resident Evil 6 is good apparently.
Yeah, it was interesting. I don't love it, but it was fine. But
are you afraid of NetJam Senior? Important question from the chat.
I've never met him.
That doesn't mean you can't fear him.
I mean, I'm afraid of most things, so...
God-fearing man.
I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a NetJam Senior fearing man.
A Ned Lamont fearing man.
Ned Lamont, the god of taxes. Alright. I'm about to teach a fucking master's class on how to beat this asshole, so get ready. That fucker is more afraid of me than I am of him.
So what is this? The boiler room of the RPD?
Yes, the boiler room.
I love how we can only get to the boiler room if we solve an elaborate puzzle.
For longtime fans of the series, I don't want to use the word recreated, but I heavily homaged this exact hallway in Endless Nightmares. Look for it. That's a fun little developer tidbit there.
This is a very expansive boiler room. Boiler labyrinth.
They needed a lot of boilers.
A lot of boilers. Who's that?
It's okay. Won't hurt you, I promise.
I believe you.
Awesome.
Need help? Here, you can take my hand.
No.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
You need help.
Why?
He's right behind you.
What?
They sure took his time getting there.
Well, he's got an eye on his arm. He's got some issues.
What's his name again? Is that
William.
The husband? Or the boyfriend?
Husband, yes.
Or whatever?
The husband.
Oh, okay.
Her father, actually.
Wait, it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's her
He's
father?
going after her because she's got the G sample in her locket, so he's trying to get to her.
Oh.
Let's go, asshole! You see me, Net Jam? Do I look afraid? Do I look afraid of you, Net Jam Jr.? Let's dance, asshole! Making an ass out of me on my own stream.
Got a giant ass lead pipe.
Yeah! Got him in his eye!
I say he doesn't like it when you hit his eyeball.
Smoke bomb! No, knife bomb! Wait, is that my knife? Oh shit!
NetJam says 4 out of 10.
No!
4 out of 10, not even dodging. Look at you, you fucked up. 0 out of 10, revised score.
No, I made a huge mistake by using the knife as a defensive item.
I'm assuming you cannot rip that out of him.
No! Give me my knife back!
I think the knife's
Grab
gone.
the knife, Claire! God. Fuck you, NetJam Jr.! He fucking knew I would forget that I can't use the knife. You fucking set me up. Oh, you. Okay. You fucking motherfucker. Oh my god.
That's awesome.
You fucking asshole. He knew I would not remember. Alright. Alright. Now I'm fucking mad.
Get good, idiot, is the response you get.
Now I'm really fucking mad. I am gonna end this asshole's whole fucking career now with this knife. Good lord. Come here, William.
I am. Evan, we've got an ad. Is there anything you'd like to express?
I'm really fucking mad at NetJam Jr. right now.
Hi, Chi. That is the appropriate emote.
I fucking. Alright, here we go. This one's for all the marbles. Go, asshole!
You should slice him like that Nitro deck sliced your Switch screen.
God, fuck you, Nitro Deck! I wanted that Switch! You owe me a new Switch, Nitro Deck. Not fucking dodge. You see me fucking dodging that Jam Jr.? There's your fucking dodges. Playing me out like he thinks I can't play this fucking game. Ouch. Trouble, that may kill me.
It's karma for talking smack about Resident Evil 6.
Kicked him in. Making an ass out of me?
You don't need no stinking gun.
Right. Got him. Now to take a drink of my caffeine-free Diet Coke. Mmm. The tastemaker.
Net Jam gives you a 7 out of 10. Aw, thanks, Chi.
Making an ass out of me. I dodged his ass.
I am indeed, rebirthed.
Little girl?
I'm still in Costa del Sol in that damn game. I haven't gotten back to it.
Oh. Not what I meant, but yeah.
I mean, like, literally, man, like, I just have not had a single moment in the last couple of months to go back to it. It's just been work, work, work.
I promise. Everything's fine.
Chi, I got a Chucky shirt for my birthday and I'm wearing it. You can't see it, but
Mom is down here? I think so. I hope so.
Yeah. Of course. I'll help you.
yeah, I think William was a bitch and got what he deserved.
Damn right. Knife to the eye arm. Net Jam Jr. Why I always say I hate our player base the most. We are the worst of the gaming population. Alright, now I get to take all these nice items that I didn't use.
Yeah, beggar. It was on Wednesday, which is yet another reason why I didn't want to stream on Wednesday and wanted to stream Friday instead. It just happened to work out.
I'm fucking with you on that. I did not want to fucking stream Wednesday. So I'm really happy that you had a birthday.
Yeah, it worked out. And it also helped we had a release today.
Yeah.
It was the logical
video games.
It was the logical move.
Has everybody in chat bought Railbreak Switch that we played for an hour and it was beautiful and 30 FPS and everything was awesome? Huh? NetJam Jr., did you buy Railbreak Switch yet?
Thank you, beggar.
Show you all fucking all this new Shades of Horror content, working my ass off over here. For the fans.
I would say for my birthday go buy Railbreak Switch, but I'd be lying. Be like, give me the $20 instead.
Yeah. I gotta be honest with that. Give Sam the $20 instead, for the love of God.
Like, fuck this. give me the $20.
Because CMM knows Lamont is standing right outside of his window right now going, you're gonna be handing that right
Yeah, I'm
over
gonna be giving it right back and
yeah. Are you excited for our electricity bills to go up next month, CMM, despite the cost of electricity going down 7 fucking cents a kilowatt hour, but the bills are going up?
Nothing makes me more moist than knowing that our electric bill is going up.
Like, God, and Eversource is putting all the money that they possibly can into the campaign to let us know that they had nothing to do with this. They are so fucking terrified we're all gonna have like pitchforks out for them.
I used to really enjoy when I was at my old job at the store. One of my favorite things to do was write out checks to pay the bills because it was not my money, and it felt good to spend not my money.
Nice.
Oh, I have to go to the bank again and get more money. I love that I get to take money and it means nothing to me.
See, and that's why this job works really well for you, because we have no money. So like I get to experience the joy you get to experience because there's no fucking money in this.
Exactly.
We're releasing like a product every fucking month, and every weekly meeting it's like, well, we're on the brink of death here, everybody.
Yeah. But we get to live to be tortured another month or two.
Yeah.
Cheese electric bill was $586. Hot damn. Although I know it's been like extremely hot where you are, so I can imagine.
It's getting hot here next week. See about we're going up to 90s for an entire week. Get ready, buddy.
Yeah, next Friday I'm going to Maryland. I'm sure it'll be even hotter there. And then I'll get to be in a full piece fucking suit. That'll be just great.
Oh yeah. Oh God, dude. Is it outside? Is it happening outside?
Not actually sure, but I'm willing to bet it
Okay.
is.
Yeah. God, man.
But at least I'll look good while I die.
Don't be.
That's right. Hey, they'll be ready to bury you right there.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be you
Yeah.
just turn it into, well, it's not quite funeral attire. It's like I think it's a gray suit, but I mean, just 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 like throw some black paint on it and just call it a day. Call it a life.
Yeah, it'll function the same for you.
That's fine.
All right, so we are getting to honestly one of the creepiest fucking characters in this game, and a testament to what a great remake this is what they turned Chief Irons into. So let's all get ready.
95 degrees tomorrow for Apophis. Yeah, no, thank you. Okay.
No, thank you. Don't want that.
Nope, I don't want that. We should make we should make the pumpkin game for Dreamcast. A hungry pumpkin.
Please.
Here.
It's 90 degrees right now, Chi. Ugh, that's awful.
Come on.
Come on, little girl. Time to get killed by a zombie.
God, I do love though in Silent Hill 2 remake, they were very sure to make sure that she knows that James is bad news bears.
You're bad news.
Yeah. James is like, come with me, it'll be safer. She's like, fuck no, man! I know you killed your wife. Alright, what do I do here? I gotta hit this button, and then we get the creepiest cutscene in the entire game here.
Hell yeah.
Damn it. Need a key card.
I know. That's Doom Guy's biggest fear, too, is not having the right key card.
It haunts him.
Oh, yeah, Texas, yeah. I went to Texas for the first time last year in Houston area. It was an interesting experience.
You sure this is the way?
This is how my mom took me last time.
Do you eat a lot of barbecue?
No, I actually didn't eat any barbecue.
Here he is, the man himself.
Ew. Ew.
On the ground, hands behind your head.
Ew.
Be serious.
On the ground, now.
I did beg her. That's the one thing from the Microsoft thing that I really liked.
Tie your hands.
Why are you doing
Shut up. Tie her.
Okay.
Okay then. You tie her up now, or she dies.
He looks like diabetes.
He is diabetes.
Diabetes.
Manifested.
What's this all about?
Yeah, I'm with Chi. Shoot the kid.
Sherry.
God. Oh.
Come here.
What are you gonna do to her?
None of your fucking business.
If you hurt her, I swear to God, my brother is stars, and I.
Sherry, get over here. What's your name? What's your fucking name?
Claire.
Sherry, you come with me now, or say goodbye to Claire.
Okay, I'll go. You better be taking me to my mom.
Absolutely.
Don't listen to him. He's shit.
That was a pretty weak slap.
Don't tell me how to.
He's a pretty weak man. They did a very good job in just making Chief Irons the asshole that he truly was.
Nobody taught you manner. Ow. Oh, he got pretty far pretty fast.
For diabetes, he's moving pretty quick.
Yeah.
Stay safe, Sherry.
Hell yeah, Doom shareware discs. Let's go.
I miss shareware.
We
Those
love
were the
child
days.
abduction. I mean, what?
Key card first.
Wait, what?
No? I didn't say
I thought we were
nothing.
talking about Doom shareware.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
He just sharewared the kid.
Okay. I don't know what's going on in chat.
Everything's fine. I'm still on Chi's side. Shoot the kid.
Fucking God. She's the best character in the game,
I
guys.
know. She's all right as a kid. She's not like what's his face? Is it Danny? Her kid in New Nightmare. The fuck? Not Nancy, but the actress who plays Nancy, but who's playing herself Oh, the kid's name was Jacob. Yeah. That little shit kind of deserved everything.
There's flame rounds back here.
Hey.
My first collectible, missing the first 12 on the way. Oh yeah, I got the key. All right. Keys are dope. Oh man, I'll tell you guys, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I am just a guy making 10 video games and he's tired. All right. Button.
It's a great key.
It is a great key. Finally, a decent fucking handgun. Thank God we can get rid of the fucking revolver.
Thankfully, the one thing in that cop car's trunk was a handgun.
Now we're cooking. We have a decent weapon. We have a child to rescue.
Beggar says, "Why does Chief Irons want Sherry? Does he work for Umbrella or something?"
Yeah, he. Wait a second. He's after the sample. I think. I think canonically he's after the sample too.
Says, doesn't he want a taxidermy?
God. Well, no, I mean, but I mean, like his character is dark as fuck. So
That
like,
would be awesome. Guys, I just finished the new Resident Evil. That police guy fucking taxidermies a child. That's
God.
the ending.
Oh Lord.
I also like the use of taxidermy as a verb. He literally does it to the mayor's daughter, though she's like an adult. Really? That's great.
Yeah, yeah. So, in Resident Evil 2, I don't think we did the B scenario, but yeah, when you find Chief Irons the B scenario, he's killed and is taxiderming the mayor's daughter.
Is there a particular reason?
He's a psycho.
Is
Oh
there
God,
any,
I have the wrong gun out.
Is there any other reason? Is there a plot relevant reason? Is there a motivation?
Well, the motivation is that he's a taxidermist guy. Like he does it to like his office is full of all the animals that he taxidermized.
So he just really wanted to do it to a human?
How do you fucking want some of this? Let's go, asshole! You don't fucking run from me! You might have started this shit, but I'm ending it. Come here!
I was just kidding.
I was just kidding, bro! Fire attack!
They probably do, Beggar.
We got him, R2. I think I'm actually on fire right now.
You got him, you got you.
Yeah. We got everybody. But yeah, their retelling of Chief Irons in this game was fantastic. So that was a real +1 for Capcom on that one because they made it. He's an absolute shithead, and
so is it like is it like a political thing that he's killing the mayor's daughter? Like,
no, he's just a psycho. Like he's a sadist. I think would be the correct term for him. He's just literally a sadist.
This for kicks.
For kicks, yeah. No, stop reloading the gun we're not using. God damn it! Get this off the fucking weapon wheel.
The weapon cross.
You cannot take it off the weapon wheel. Fantastic. So I'm
Amazing.
just gonna keep accidentally clicking that.
Just a reminder, guys. The giveaway today is for a copy of Railbreak. Winner's platform of choice! Ticket for a chance to win. That'll be ending soon.
I'm getting tired.
Thank God there's that one wilted ass fucking sprout.
Mine now. That's my sprout. This is a pretty good stream though. We showed off Railbreak Switch. We showed off a lot of new Shades of Horror stuff. Like,
yeah,
good. This is a good stream.
We got our flame on ew.
God, yeah, I'm so excited for the current state of Shades of Horror. That game is just coming leaps and bounds every day. I mean, just even the last week with all the stuff that we added. Like, holy cow.
This morgue is a good place to store my plant. Yeah, very true. It gets great sunlight down here. Oh, there we go. Finally a body in the morgue. It's probably a living one, though.
I want your grenade, sir. Thank you. And you can just go right back in there because I don't trust you to not get back up. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. It was great seeing you.
The worst morgue ever.
I legitimately do not remember if there's items in any of these. That's why I'm doing this.
You
He
got-
seems great.
He seems.
Let's not do that one.
Yeah.
He seems
I was
fine.
gonna say he seems like a risk. That's a hole. Oh.
I think this is the gentleman we're looking for. Sir, do you have an item that I can steal from you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
And away I
The
go.
diamond key.
Run, Clarium, run!
Exploit the weakness of zombies to doors.
Right. Zombies hate doors, but Clara loves them. All right. You!
Damn.
Smoke bomb!
Oop.
Got him.
Cabo.
Gotta shoot you repeatedly in the ass. America!
True.
We got him.
You showed him.
Just like when Luke Skywalker did that in Star Wars,
You
man.
you just showed him. You just gave him freedom.
We got him R2. We gave him freedom R2. Do I have the key for this? No.
No.
No. Wait. Was I supposed to go? No. Wait. No, because I got the key, so I go up to Iron's office. But I can use the key in here too, I think.
Does she? But does her sixth sense work? Like Jill?
Jillian.
I know this key is no longer useful. Should I discard it?
No. I got
Oh, is that the sexy film?
I hope so.
Is that Wesker's film?
Actually, is that film in this game? I never actually thought to look. I wonder if Rebecca's picture is in the game somewhere. God, what a creep. Like, just like imagine that. Like, he's her boss. Like, that's so creepy.
I'll make sure to check your desk 50 times to make sure you don't have any film of me.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm only human, Steven.
we all have our vices.
Yeah, I mean, I can explain. Finally getting back to the police station in a hallway we've already been in.
We left the boiler room.
Oh, nice. That's an upgrade-a-roo for my grenade launcher-roo. Now it's got stock.
Awesome. I'm glad we have stock now.
Stock. Hey, can I mix this with this? No.
No.
I don't want to take SMG rounds.
Your
in that.
inventory's full.
God damn it. My inventory is super full.
Ooh. A lever. Sure took your time pulling it.
True story.
So this is all connected to the police department, right?
Yeah, we're literally going back up to a hallway we were just in. This game is just one big loop around and around and around.
I'm just very curious about the purpose of the giant boiler room and the art museum / police station.
Gotta put the boiler somewhere.
Apparently it needs its own fucking building.
Right.
Maybe it's the entire power supply for Raccoon City. Hey, look, an American flag. We are in America.
America. With the greatest country in the world. With ink ribbons and typewriters.
Thankfully, you get to the boiler room by going through Chief Iron's office.
That's right.
For some reason.
That's just a normal thing that you do in a police station. Just imagine, like, he's got people going in and out of this room nonstop.
Yeah. You can also get really jump scared from behind.
Yeah.
That seems like an issue.
Like, what a terrible place for this. Like, yeah, you're just sitting working and somebody's just behind you like, I gotta get to the boiler, I'm sorry.
Yeah, or they, like, something comes up from the boiler room to kill you.
But, like, you see all the taxidermy in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at the wolf.
Beautiful. That wolf was alive once.
That wolf was alive once.
Then it got Chief Iron.
Oh, the taxidermy log.
Yep.
He did a pig, too.
You don't keep a log of your taxidermy?
General, I only keep a digital log. I don't have it handwritten.
Well, it's about 10:10. I'd say we just hit a save point. This is probably a good place to call the stream.
All right,
I'd like to,
guys. That means it's
thank
time.
Jam Jr. for everything that he did here.
That means it is time to roll the giveaway. Let us get the giveaway got. Close the giveaway. Love the giveaway. Feel the giveaway.
I'm all about the giveaway. I'm thinking nonstop about the giveaway right now.
Let's see. All right, so we're doing this the new way where I pick through a method that's different so that we don't get bots and fake people winning.
I think we should intentionally pick the bots.
Okay.
And we got Zarina. Nice.
Railbreak.
Railbreak. God,
Don't worry,
Reveal.
Drew. You are in there.
Glitch Gauntlet.
Let's see who the winner is.
Lydia. Arcade. Off the rails.
All right, I have a winner, and the winner is. I almost hung up, guys. Yeah, we had some issues with bots and fakers before, which is why we do it this way now. But it's fine. Things happen. The winner is No HD YouTube.
I love him.
No HD YouTube. If you are here, you are the winner. Just say something to me in chat. You have won a copy of Railbreak on the platform of your choice. Ooh, we got the Rainbow Blood.
This game is just a triumph on next-gen consoles. Perfect 60 FPS, beautiful graphics. Like, look at this fucking game, guys.
Hey, there's No HD YouTube. Congratulations. As always, whisper us on this account. If I can spell, which I can't. Congratulations on winning. That is going to do it for us today. Guys, we will be back next week, I think Wednesday, with another stream and with more stuff to show and talk about. But until then, we're going to give you someone to raid. I'm going to see who's alive and kicking right now. That we can send you over to. Let's see. I'm gonna say that there's definitely more people than that. Holy crap, there's 1 million people playing today. I don't know who that is. Let's see.
Assault rifle round. Continue.
Does he want to continue? Yes.
Shotgun shell.
This game runs so well. I'm so proud of this game. We did it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you guys. My friend Eji is actually, hang on. He might be ending.
Extra life. Assault rifle rounds.
Yeah. Get a backup plan.
I am screwed!
Continue.
Oh, I still have to continue? Fuck yeah.
Let's see. That person has a lot of people. Ooh, what about this person? If I don't get an ad. So, I think NetJam has a great idea here, actually.
We're gonna raid Corinne?
Nope. Just want to see this guy real quick here, but this guy is doing a speedrun of Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Sounds good to me.
XL86J, which sounds like a specific cell in Microsoft Excel.
It's my favorite cell.
Yeah. Just taking a quick look here to see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna send you guys to him. No. Listen, I need my Nobi back. I don't know what's going on there. Let me get the raid started. Alright. We're gonna send you guys to Excel. He's doing a speedrun of, I think, Leon A.
Game.
I think that's what it said. Yes, Leon A. New Game Plus. He's playing on a PS5. So, get ready to head over there, show him some love. And yeah, we will probably see you next Wednesday.
Me.
Alright, so, we'll catch you guys later. Good night, and thanks for watching.
Bye, kids.